Good morning. All right, so good morning. All right, so it's day 6. It's Saturday morning. I know the struggle is real. Let me find this link for you all because my phone, my phone is dead. So you got, oh, let me post it. Here we go. 4 minutes behind. You gonna get that? Oh snap! I should have known you were up. Just like a vet. Just like a vet. I bet the Air Force ain't up though. Let's see. Okay, so I have to get my phone up and going. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning.
I said that Army rides and shine, but that Air Force ain't gonna be nowhere to be found. I'm gonna have to go looking for her. She probably like, oh, Mo, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get this oatmeal going in here this morning or whatever healthy deal you're doing. Some water. I can't share my flyer. I don't know what's going on with the computer this morning. It's all good. Just put that like that. And probably wait. Let me tie my shoes off.
You going to make some money today?
Yep. It's gonna be cold, I know.
Girl, yes. I went
Yeah.
walking yesterday. Whoo. After we got off, I think I did over 2 miles.
Check you out. You say that too loud. My trainer here, he might get some ideas. Make me, make me to extra stuff in the morning. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna, I'm gonna add to my morning little deal. I probably can get out there and do 10 feet with the
Hey,
cane,
that's good.
with the kid with the 2 canes. All right, let me get this. All right, y'all. Go get my oatmeal ready. I'm gonna drink some turmeric tea this morning. Stomach got a little queasiness going on, and we're gonna get it in. Oh, let me send it to
What chai?
probably rolling over. she right. She better get on there here. You know, she just as worse as me in the morning. Let's see. Probably trickle in.
So you doing a workout today?
No, no, just squats. Just
Oh,
squats in the morning. Now we got to prepare for the flea market. The smoothies and sea moss gel.
oh, you take that too?
Yeah, girl, that's how I got. That's how I'm getting stronger. I've been taking that sea moss since August. Every day since August.
Oh,
It sure ain't the meds. Say that much. Yep. All right, let me get it together. So you more into social media world. Give me some water. What you eating this morning, Sherry? Or you already ate?
No, I probably just have my my smoothie.
Okay.
It's healthy. It's vegetables.
Okay. You made it yourself? You made it yourself?
No, I bought it. One of my girlfriends in one of those healthy things. So I did it to support her to try it. It's actually pretty good.
Okay. All right. Get my little 15 squats in.
Yeah, you had me doing squats all day. I say, shoot, I can do this.
You can do that. Let me see that. Let me see what you're working with.
Girl, I was in the kitchen just squatting.
Yep, that's good. I'm gonna get there. 115. Let's get coming along. All right.
You won't.
One, two.
Oh, dude.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that was a 15 squat. So it was real on that one. Waiting for my oatmeal to get done. In the meantime, grab some water. Drinking water too with your smoothies. You probably getting enough water though. Oh, thank you.
I guess I will.
We do 3 bottles in the morning and then the rest of the day you get in what you
That's
need.
a weakness for me is water, girl. I don't like drinking water.
Me either. Me either. The struggle is real.
Woo! Child. I had to grab your jacket. I was cold.
You cold? I got a little space heater on. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 20s, ain't it? Well, the low anyways. Hold on.
So you squat without holding on yet, or no?
Yeah. 15 squats. I went from 10 to 15. Go ahead and knock this water out.
How many waters we got to drink? One?
Hold on, let me let the blender stop running.
All right.
You said what else I have?
No, I said how many waters you got to drink?
I got 3.
This morning?
But by the time the hour is up, you get them all down.
Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. 3 in the morning?
3 in the morning, Sherry. Let's go, baby.
God, dog. I'm finna get off your line.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Oh, 3. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna force myself to do it.
Get the little bottles. Get the little bottles.
I'm gonna have to, girl. My bottles is how many ounces is that? 16.
This one. Let's see what it's for. Let's see what it's for. This is 60. This is 60. Girl, you got me tripping. You get this is 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get them. Yeah, I can do them.
If you do the 8, then you gotta do 6 bottles.
Well, damn, I guess I might well do these 3 then.
You can do it. Within an hour, you drink one every 15 minutes.
Girl.
Well, every 20.
You take me all day to drink 3. Shoot, what you talking about?
I ain't used to drink none. So I also got a purple sea moss. Woo-woo. Purple sea moss, fresh off the press.
I'm gonna have to get me some of that.
You want some sea moss?
I'm gonna have to try it.
You put it in your smoothie, you ain't gonna taste it. Can you pass me another spoon? I just licked all of mine. I forgot I'm hungry. Yeah, so remember all those naproxens I was taking just to get some mobility going, to get where we needed to be.
You still taking all them pills? Okay. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. We sit down and talk about my journey.
Okay.
You're gonna be super, super impressed.
I'm sure. I mean, I am already watching you, man.
Yeah, you know the rules.
I started with you. I know what you could do because you was already doing that when we first started.
Right.
You were walking.
Then with the struggle trying to get out the car. Barely being able to roll through the hotel. You had to pull your stuff, my stuff, and me.
That's all right though, cause I got to get on that plane first. That's all right.
Right. You never had to stand in line and check
whatever. Let's go. Let's travel. Let's go.
Somebody, I'm flying with Mo.
No lines for me.
Never be late. Never have to pay for an extra ticket again or a late fee on the flight. Oh man. Yep. That wasn't so long ago.
Look, it's some real nice. Look, you need to go out there on my page, Mo. It's some real nice stuff out there. We need to at least book it, and if we can't go, we can cancel it.
Oh, on a trip?
Yes, girl. They got some nice stuff out there. Ooh.
What you post? You posted on your page?
Yeah, it's on my personal page. That's the. I think it's like the second thing you'll see.
When you try, what time of the year? What time?
I put May, August, and September on there. That give COVID time to get better.
Give me time to get better. I gotta walk in the wedding on April the 3rd, so I got to be moving.
And we could go to mine right now for
We can go where?
We can go back to Mexico for 5 days and 4 nights for something for 2 people. Two people.
What?
Yes.
Put me down.
They got a good special going on.
What I need to pay? I just made that in the market this month.
That's what I'm saying.
Heck yeah. Ooh, that'd be my book. Oh, hell, I'm gonna work extra hard.
We'll go to the private one. You know the one we went to that was real nice?
Yeah.
I upgraded to that one. That one was for my birthday.
Ooh.
You remember we went to visit we went to
Yep.
look at it, right? And
Went to
I
look at it.
got it. Yeah, that's where we can go to the private island.
What do you want to put on? Put on top. What you want to put on top? The body top. It'll be in the garage. Yeah. Oh yes. May. Oh yes. Put me down. I'm gonna I better walk in the beach now. What size is that? 8 ounce. How much? What? So we got the 8-ounce purple sea moss, $20. So we got Irish gold sea moss and the purple sea moss. This one is more potent than the gold. Like, whoa. That's what I just put in my sea moss. Girl, I'm gonna be fired up at that flea market this morning. Put me down, May. For May. So good morning out there, social media. My phone is starting to come alive. Where you at, Angie? Let me get on here. Y'all better wake up. They probably like, girl, I'm sleeping in. See what y'all talking about out there. Look, as soon as I say it, she pops in. Huh? Yeah. I seen her have like the thing or whatever. Make Tasha butt up. I know she up. She probably sleeping in. She better wake up.
Girl, right.
I know. I said, what age yet?
I was knocked out.
You know, you trying to sleep in. You trying to. Huh?
Richmond tea. I know. You're on mute.
I said they gonna be like, it's Saturday. Is she crazy?
That's how I am. And once the weekend comes, I forgot all promises.
You
I was
say
trying to get the kids to go to sleep early. They're like, it's Friday. I hate when that happens.
I said, everybody's sleeping in. My phone had died, so I was panicking because I was like, I had got up at 4:30. I was wired, and I was like, I gotta get this hour and a half. And I was like, my phone done died. My phone done died on me, whatever. Text my trainer like, please wake me up. I gotta get up. I got up. I got up though, because I gotta, it's number 6. We own it. God darn it. I'm in it to win it. Let's go. I got my oatmeal to eat it up. Got the purple sea moss going right here, getting ready for the flea market. You guys interested out there in social media, any of the products on that flyer right there? Pineapple mango smoothie, strawberry mango smoothie, strawberry mixed fruit, green machine, bam. You can pre-order and we'll get them out to you. Pre-order, send your name, your email, and your phone number, and get it shipped off. Also, let's see, my screen's not sharing for some reason. I was trying to, my screen's not sharing my flyers. Also got some horoscope mask. So if you're interested in your horoscope, they're $10. If I have to ship it, you already know what it is. Little post office fee for you. It's actually for everything now. But anyways, got my oatmeal going. Got the purple sea moss in there. So I'm waking up, y'all. I'm waking up. The struggle was real, but I got up this morning. And so should you. All right. Hold on a second, you guys. Gotta do something. All right. So we should get you getting your meal down. Angie, you probably drinking tea, right? Got your tea going. Let me see. All right. So I'm sharing. Share. Whatnot. Get that mind from. Good morning and all that. Good morning.
I added I did the oatmeal for the kids, but I added the juice from the oatmeal in my tea. Because I'm gonna get it in slowly. I'm gonna get it in.
You added the juice from
You
your
know, like
oatmeal.
what I use to, I do their oatmeal. I still do their oatmeal with some carnation milk, though. That I have to, because I don't like giving the boys almond milk, but once in a while I will buy it. So I'm gonna try. They have other kind of nut milk. I don't know about the nuts for the boys. I don't know. Some people like it. I think, I stay away from that from the boys. I don't know.
What's the why? I don't know. You gotta educate me.
I'm not sure. I just have to learn more about it, because it's like I don't like to give them even like the soy milk. I don't like to give them because I don't give them the soy because of the plant estrogen, the plant mimicking the estrogen. The nuts shouldn't be a problem, but the reason why I stay away, it has to do with allergies, because my family, we have a lot of allergies. Remember I said it, sometimes eczema, we get eczema. So my youngest breaks out, like if he gets too much. Hold on a second, my video is playing. My youngest will break out with too much, too much olive oil, too much chocolate, too much, like certain foods. So the nuts, I try not to give them too much of a high concentration of nuts. If we have nuts, we'll have it like in a mix,
Word.
Because when you
Go ahead.
When you juice nuts, it's very concentrated, But yeah, once in a while I do that. So basically I use, water mostly for the oatmeal. Sometimes I put in milk for the color, really. I don't know why, because you don't really have to put the milk once you put all the spices in it. I use cinnamon and nutmeg and vanilla. You don't really need the milk, It just makes it give it a creamier consistency. So the water that's left back, I can add it to mine. It'll have the nutrients in it, But what I plan on doing too is just put it in the blender, because why I don't like it is really the consistency. I don't really like to have thick stuff. The sea moss, when we do it, the blender really liquefies it, so it has more of a gel consistency.
Right.
So the oatmeal is more gritty, and that is what I have a hard time drinking. But my blender is pretty good, so I'll try it now. Put the oatmeal in the blender. Remember, I told you that yesterday. I gotta do that.
I probably wasn't paying attention.
No, I was saying I'm gonna put oatmeal in my sea moss.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's just
Yeah, that's right. You said you're gonna start using it.
I
Mhm.
put sea moss in the boys' oatmeal. Like they don't know. It tastes the same way. They don't know. They
Get it how
gotta
you
get
live,
them.
huh?
They mad. They don't want to eat the vitamins. So
What?
they only like one vitamin. It's Disney, the Disney gummy vitamins, and I don't want
Yeah.
their teeth to get messed up with the gummy stuff. So
Right.
so I've been trying different vitamins, and they're like, ugh, they hate these
How,
vitamins.
how old are they?
12 and 9.
12 and 9. Oh. When they make 13 and 10.
They're beginning to see the difference that, with the vitamins and without the vitamins, they're beginning to understand the difference of even how they behave. Like zinc
Yeah.
makes a big difference. Like the thing about the Disney vitamins, they had more zinc than the other vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, that little bit of difference helps them so much as far as their behavior.
Hmm.
It
So
helps them focus more.
when you say behavior, what are you noticing? Like, what are they doing?
Let's see. Let's say my 9-year-old was diagnosed once for almost they diagnosed him for having this, like, being on the autism spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't really say that too much, because there's sometimes the teachers when they I'm not really with school these days because they're kind of crazy, but what the teachers say, right? They once they see the kids act a certain way, like as far as their intelligence, then they just assume, they just think that, okay, there's nothing happening, that's, nothing wrong with the way they're behaving or whatever. I noticed that when he has the right vitamins and more, with a little bit more zinc, because there's a level that you shouldn't go over as far as zinc, but when they have the zinc, it helps him to focus more. Like when he doesn't have that, his eyes start traveling.
Oh wow.
He'll have more nightmares.
Mm.
He has less, like, self-control. So
Okay.
you ever see a kid, you ever talk to a kid and you just notice their eyes just, they're trying to look at you,
Yeah,
but their
kinda,
eyes are traveling, to the
yeah,
outside.
yeah. They're
That's
like,
that's,
yeah.
and when you're like in that age group, sometimes you get what you call, and this is what I learned from my work as a sleep tech, they get what they call Rolandic seizures. So mild seizures,
Mm-hmm.
mostly through the night. When you see a child's eyes like travel to the left, or out to the outside of, that has to do with the brain activity. So the foods, I'm cutting everything real short. You guys could look at Rolandic seizures, you could look it up. But what I wanted to say, the foods, let me see, I forgot, I just lost my thought. The Rolandic seizures, oh shoot, what was I just gonna tell you? Oh, I'm still not getting it. When children can grow out of it by his age now, like going into adolescence, they start to grow out of these Rolandic seizures. When babies have what they call SIDS, when there's crib death, a lot of times it begins with these seizures. Parents don't realize that they're having them. They seem very mild. It's not the kind of seizure where they drop down and their mouth is frothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I notice is when they have that zinc, like they are more focused, they could think better, they could organize the sentences better, he's concentrated, he reads, he's understanding, he's not daydreaming as much. So it makes a huge, I was gonna tell you, vitamin B, the right vitamin B, because you have vitamin B12 and B6, I believe. Those are the ones that are good for the neurology. So if there's any type of a nervous type of condition, or neurotic type of condition, those vitamin Bs, the vitamin Bs are very important. So things like spirulina, sea moss with all those nutrients.
Mhm.
Without, you know what happens now? If you're drinking too much water, vitamin B is water soluble. So if you have too much water, you could just wash out your vitamin Bs.
Mhm.
So
I probably need too
your
much.
water source should be like more on the fruits and vegetables should be your main water source. You understand? Because like I said, because some vitamins are water soluble. So you have to think about the amount of water that you're having at a time. You know, don't drink a gallon of water at a time. That's just washing away your nutrients the same way it does when we dilute stuff.
This is not a gallon, I don't think.
Nah, you know, they say, you know, like
My trainer is like on super excitement because he's agreeing with everything he's talking about over here. Like, I told you. Keep going, Angie. It's your day today. Educate, sister.
That's it. That's all. So yeah, their vitamins are important. So once I know that they're not having it and they start fighting and then I know like, oh God, you need a vitamin. So that sea moss I just took like in their say a cup of oatmeal, I put like 2 tablespoons of my sea moss gel in there. It doesn't taste any different. It actually gives the oatmeal a smoother consistency. So now when I saw that, I was like, okay, I can have some oatmeal. I'll just stop putting the milk in there. After this little, my mother does the oatmeal with the carnation milk. So the kids, they like their oatmeal with that. So that milk, I'm not gonna say it's the best. I know it's not, but they have that flavor in their mouth. They're like, we like it the way mommy does. So I put it, you know, so until I get it mastered, the taste the way my grandmother made it, the way my mother makes it, then yeah. And it's coming along.
I didn't think about so I may have to start giving this to my nephew to keep that attention span. Ooh, he's so hyper and whatnot. They try to put him on those whatever them little drugs is called. Keep his concentration. So yeah, and he's a health fanatic, so he's not gonna care if he have to take his little tablespoon with or without food. He'll do fine. Because he always wants the smoothies. I make him pay. he wanted one yesterday. So he won't have an issue. So I'm gonna have to recommend this to one of my cousins, her son, with that little on the autism spectrum that you're talking about, like for your son. He's younger. He's probably 5, maybe 4 years old. I think 4 or 5. I recommend her putting that in his stuff as well, based on the information you just gave. That's really interesting because I know one time I was working with a lot of kids when I was mobile a lot, and we had went to go seek a grant, and we had talked to the optometrist had wanted to speak to us because she was like that a lot of those kids, it's nothing wrong with them, their comprehension is that they was just having problems seeing visual. So they was acting out because they wouldn't, they couldn't, either words was running together or, they was reading them back, all that stuff that kids do. But so when I hear you speak in reference to that portion of the kids and the behavior, that's why I asked, like, what are they doing? So I was trying to relate it to something maybe my nephew were doing. My niece definitely need to keep her attention span, because if she ain't drawing,
a lot of times it has to do with the sleep. Remember, if they're not getting the full sleep, kids actually need like 10 to 12. Kids need at least 10 hours of sleep. We rarely give kids 10 hours of sleep these days. But if you study it, if you research it, you'll see what I mean. kids need 10 hours of sleep. So and they need their REM sleep. So if they're having the breathing issues, they're not getting into that REM stage. They're not getting into those deep stages that help to develop their brains, develop and metabolize things properly. So the body is like being run by these chemicals that's in these processed foods. So it's important to get the sleep checked, the breathing checked. A lot of times we have the kids have adenoids, tonsil, have big thick tonsils, just because the environment sometimes. And that affects their breathing. They might snore a lot. If you notice they sleeping with their mouth open and their chin up, that's because of narrow airways caused by either
Repeat that last statement.
it's caused by narrow airways. Like if their airways are narrow,
No,
if you notice if they're sleeping with their mouth open or drooling a lot, if they're having their chin tilted up to breathe, it's showing you that their airways could be obstructed by either their tonsils or their adenoids. That most kids will grow out of it, and kids normally should grow out of that by the time that they're 5, 6 years old. But because of our diets, it's not happening as quickly, right? Because babies, they often have issues with the cord around their necks or certain things that will cause them to be, when they're born, their airways are a little closed, right? So it takes a while for some kids, takes longer for some children for their airways to fully open correctly. Even dairy, I mean, things like that cause inflammation and make it worse. So even like certain sugars that we can't digest very easily, all of these things might cause more inflammation and it makes the breathing worse. So there's certain things, like if I do give them these things like the dairy, it'll be earlier in the day, so that by the time they could sleep, they, that stuff, I try not to give them food that's going to cause too much inflammation during the night. They're not snoring or anything. And actually, they had their adenoids removed already. They had their adenoids removed already because they didn't used to breathe they had sleep apnea when they were babies, when they were young. So, but still you could, as you get older, even if you remove your tonsils, you can still get a lot of inflammation in your airway. You have obstructed breathing, which, okay, now this is the kick now. It lowers your oxygen. It lowers the oxygen intake that you need in your brain. You need that oxygenated blood. So if your circulation is slowed down, you're not getting enough oxygen to the brain, it affects concentration. They're daydreaming. They're sleeping all day. They're basically sleepwalking. You're trying to get the attention of a sleeping person, it's not gonna happen. So if they get more sleeps and they have like more naps time during the days, it's helpful for them to have, like, teach them how to nap. Teach them, make sure that their teeth and are straight, like their mouth is aligned and they don't have an overbite or underbite, because that affects the oxygen to the brain also. Make sure that if you could do a little test. If they open their mouth and you look like try to see in their throat and you can't see past the back of their tongue, and there's no opening there, that shows you their adenoids is very large. The tonsils you can see coming from the sides, like closing the airway from the sides. But that could help. That helps to tell you. I forgot the name of that test now. I haven't done it in a little while. But I worked in sleep for 12 years.
Wow. I would tell you, yesterday I practiced my sleep. I practiced my nap sleep on my back. I think I went into my sleep because I was passed out. It was like it was like 3:30. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna take my 45-minute nap. And I laid back in my recliner. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what time it was when I answered the phone. I was gone. And then I thought, I was like, oh my goodness, I slept too long. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I was passed out again. Right at the 9:30. So my trainer says the CMOS. So get my proper. What's up, Justice? Are you in the background? You don't have the camera on? I know you awake. Are you just listening in?
Yeah, I'm listening, but on my phone, on my cell phone, so it doesn't. I don't know what's going on. Don't let me do it. So.
Oh, you talking about the cat? Yeah, you know my computer is not allowing me to share today, so I don't know what's going on with that either. So I can hear you though. Just can't see your picture but face, but I can see you. I can hear you.
I don't even know how to. And my cell phone won't let me put no picture or nothing up. I don't know what's going on with the phone. I gotta figure this out later.
Oh, your profile pic.
Right.
Okay. You got. I know you got something to add to what Angel said. Y'all to help. Y'all done came over here and just like rock my world with all this information. But it's good though. I love it.
Yeah, I do have something, but hold on for a minute.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, hey, thank you guys for tuning in out there, social media world. Make sure you like the show, share the show, go to my channel and subscribe. Let's see where I'm at with these subscriptions. So I have 717 subscribers. I need 293. I think that's right. If I do the math right, to get to 1,000. So help a sister out. Tell a friend. Go on and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the videos on today, sometime today. I think today. I'm probably gonna do a business. I'm gonna do a business live stream. It's about that time for another business live stream. I know a lot of you all out there doing your thing. You're probably applying and all that great stuff. You ready, Just Us? So
yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Just all right. Yeah. The sister talking about like splitting the time and getting rest. I was taught that you have 24 hours of the day, and you have to divide it into equal parts. Got 8 hours for rest, 8 hours for work, 8 hours for your creator, and 8 hours for mankind.
Oh, okay.
Your creator. You know, it depends on what you describe to. Some people say spirit, some say God. So I just say creator. Can't go wrong with that word. So and another 8 hours is for mankind, meaning friends, family, your loved one, personal time. So there's 4 equal parts that you split the 24 hours into. And that definitely should be suffice for anyone. Now, as far as the blood flow concerned, I mean, if you're eating the wrong food that cause blockage of the blood flow, the oxygen is in the blood, of course, don't get the oxygen where it needs to be. That's why some people get gangrene. Some people, toes got to be chopped off or up to the leg, depends on how bad it is. And the blood flow is the key. The blood flow is the key, and also what's in the blood flowing. So that causes a deprive of oxygen, or the electrolytes or the electricity flow to the body, which we get it from the sun, right? Indirectly to the plants that we eat. That's why some people say, well, you know what? So, yeah, I let you know I'm driving as well, so you might hear little cars on the road and stuff. So somebody will say, well, my great grandma or my great grandpa lived to 97 years old, but then they don't add the diabetes, they don't add the high blood pressure, they don't add all these other stuff that's going on. Yeah, you live that long. You can hook you to a machine, you might live that long or longer until we let the machine go. But we don't add all these other stuff. So with the oxygen, I definitely agree with the sister, the importance of the oxygen. But for the oxygen to get where it need to go, the blood has to carry it. The blood has to carry it without having all the bad like stuff we eat, and of course the stomach and the gut is where it picks it up from. So when the blood flows through the gut, the intestine that picks up those stuff, then it's compromised. And once it's compromised, it's not going to be able to flow right as it should because of the blockage to get the oxygen to the brain, as the sister was talking about, which is very important. Then hey, you're gonna have some issues. So the key point, that's what the stomach is to call. The key point is to keep the gut cleansed. That's the key to everything. I don't care what you do. Once you cleanse the gut and continually and consistently do it, everything else will take care of itself. Because that's the core of the body that takes care of the whole body, keeps it oxygenated properly without being compromised. So the gut, actually the gut is the first brain. That's the brain that controls the brain on top. That's tell you what to do. That give you intuition. That let you know when you're hungry. That let you know all kind of things you think of. And it directs that brain on top. Then the brain on top is allowed to think how to be able to get these situations that is asking for taken care of. That's what this thinking brain is for. This thinking brain is to allow us how do we figure out to make life more comfortable and have peace. Because our goal is to have peace. But this brain to the bottom, which is our gut, letting us be aware of our surrounding, what's going on. Someone come around you, man, have a gut feeling. We always say this all the time. Or they call it intuition. But it's really your gut. It's letting you know something ain't right. Or someone say your spirit. I mean, it depends on how you, that's why I say, when I say creators, how you utilize your words. It's fine. We all coming to the same conclusion, but in different ways. Fine with me. The goal is to have peace in their life. So I agree with the system with the oxygen flow because I was going to go into the sun. So the sun, right, has sun ray. The sun rays goes into the plants. The plants has the process we all know called photosynthesis, which is protons. So we able to eat the protons, and that's what gives us the electricity to animate the body. So the goal for the body and the cells is to get the electricity to animate, and that's what the oxygen helps bring. So how do we even know this is true? So, which I'm pretty sure we all have done. Go to sleep, wake up. When you wake up, wow, my arm is numb, right? I can't even move my arm, can't move my fingers. But when you scratch it out and allow the blood flow, the first thing we notice is a tingling sensation. That's the electricity flowing. So the first thing in order to get animation to happen, the genesis of animation is electricity. So you feel the electricity in your hand first. And then you're able to move it and animate it. So you got to have that oxygen flowing to the body properly through the blood to allow the electricity to animate the components in the body. I'm going to rest from this, sis.
Nice. Nice.
Hey, go ahead, Angie. Y'all know I don't.
Yeah, that's
rock
nice.
and roll.
That's cool. I was gonna mention the neurological again, as far as the vitamin Bs. Spirulina is a great source of vitamin Bs. They have different vitamin Bs in spirulina. Actually, the blue juice, the blueberries. So I had 2 packs of blueberries. One of them just mysteriously disappeared. So I know the kids are eating the blueberries. So the blueberries have a lot of vitamin B in it, and the antioxidants. So yeah, that's it. We need that.
I got some.
And we need the strawberry so that we don't smell like sea moss. We don't smell like fish. We need the strawberries.
92 minerals. Sea moss, very, very good. And there's another one they're called merino phytoplankton, which is actually have more minerals than sea moss. That one, I think, has like 103 minerals. Called merino phytoplankton. It's a very small It's a
Algae?
very
That,
small. Yeah, yes, algae is like a powder. I can't remember the color. It was a green, like almost like a powder, and it's green. It's very small algae that the whales eat. That's what the whales feed off, and they are the
Oh,
largest
oh, the
mammal.
plankton, the
we
Yeah,
phytoplankton. Okay, those are
what?
little
right.
fish,
You're
right?
correct.
The fish.
Just as my trainer said, say it again. You right.
Yeah, oh, he listen. That's because it's a very small algae to the whale. Now you know the whale, right? Look how big they are. Look how huge they are, and they got enough sense to go eat this here, right? That has enough minerals to take care of that huge body. So who are we to say, you know what? We're smarter than them. And we supposed to be now. We're supposed to be smarter than the whales. We're supposed to be the highest intelligence of the animal kingdom. But we want to go eat dead meat stuff. I'm not saying that the stuff cannot have some type of electrolytes in it to give us that animation, because they did eat plants. Most of us we eat plants. So what we're doing is getting a third um a third base way of the electricity that we're looking for, but it's dead meat, and dead meat got the blood right inside it. You still got the blood inside it, and once you have the blood in it, you got the DNA inside it, right? You have the DNA inside it. That means you got a characteristic of the animal inside it, right? If you got a characteristic of the animal inside of it, then you have that characteristic inside you that goes inside your blood, and that's why we act the way we act. Just like this, good example. So when we eat this food, what we say, man, that's some good food. Man, I'm sleepy. Let me say, I got niggeritis. No, you're not sleepy. You
Yes.
what you did, you poison your body, right? You put that poison in your body. Now your body got to shut you down. It got to shut you down and try to get rid of this poison. So, but we say the food is so good, we go to sleep. There's no way in the world you supposed to eat to live and get sleepy. Sleep is second to death. Sleep is second to death. You're supposed to eat and get energized. You must be a lot of energy. You must be ready to go take on the world. That's what eating for, to re-energize you, to get you up and going. Just like when you're thirsty, right? Or dehydrated, and you drink water. Do you get more tired? Do you get more dehydrated? No. You're supposed to get hydrated when you drink water. It's the same thing with food. So if something is putting you to sleep, you got to check that out and see what's going on.
Hold on, we're gonna put a pin right there.
Man, you said that, Jessa. You said that, Holmes.
Deshandra. Oh my goodness. Good morning.
Good morning, Mo.
I would listen. I'm having issues sharing your picture, but I put up. I think it was on Monday. When I started my 60-day challenge, and I told some people, I was like, you wouldn't believe where my inspiration came from in reference to kind of getting really pushed up, because I watch you transform, and I wish I could put it up now because I got you live. Transform that body.
Yeah, it's work. I'm so proud of you though, man. I'm super proud of you. I'm glad to be motivating you, but I'm very proud that you started the journey. I know you're gonna have hard days, you're gonna have days you don't want to do it. But you're just gonna have to get up and just get it done.
Because you've already been in the gym.
Yeah. I'm down right now for a couple weeks. But I'll be back in the gym in about a month. But I needed to take some rest time. It's important that you do that too, when you're working out and going really hard, in addition to, like your work day and things like that. It's very important that you let your body rest and give it time to rest and recuperate. But I'll be going hard again in a month. But I am super proud of you, Mo.
You girl, because when I met you a few years ago, I was walking. Wasn't I?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, in New York.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Or whatever. And then I went man down, and then you went super Chandra.
Hey, you gotta hey, what you put in is what you get out. You know what I mean? You put in good, you get out good. I tell people all the time, you can go work out every day, but it's gonna be 20% of that gym and 80% of what you're putting in your body. Stay away from anything that come in a box or a bag. That's all I can tell you.
Keep telling you. Say it again. Say it again. Just say it one more time.
That's my trainer, Chandra.
I said a box or a bag. Anything coming in a box or a bag is not good for you. Shop on the outer side of your aisles. I know the brother was talking about meat, but I eat a ton of meat. I mean, a lot of times it's not what you're putting in your body, it's how you're preparing it. We've been eating meat since the dawn of times. We were hunters and gatherers. So if you shop on the outside of that grocery aisle, your body will turn around and it'll transform.
The lanes are a scam. Don't go down the lanes. It's a scam.
That's right. That's right. Everything in between the aisles is bad for you.
It's a scam.
Good job, trainer. I see them greens you got her drinking over there.
Yeah, you see it. You see it. That's my green machine right there. Let's get it right. Spinach, apples, mangoes, and pineapples.
Sounds good.
Yes, yes, yes. I should ship you one just for bonus. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm not able to share, but you all, don't you worry. Every time I go live, I'll be trying to share your three-dimensional picture.
And I
Hey, they can go on my Instagram page at B.Deshandra and they can follow my journey. And you can see everything there. Is B like my last name and Deshandra my first name on Instagram on my IG. You can go out there, you can follow the journey. I've been at this for now it's been going on 3 years. So I am a pro. Well, I'm trying to go be a pro bodybuilder. So I am a bodybuilder. So my journey is different. But if you're trying to stay healthy, everybody's on that same journey. So you just have to start where you are.
Yes.
All right, so
Wait 1 second.
Okay.
I just want to pull up this in real quick. So if you guys are watching out on YouTube, on the Dagger Squad channel, and I'm posting it on my Facebook, I posted a link. Please go vote for this sister. She's in the competition for magazine, right? And so
Yeah, it's for Ink Magazine.
For Ink Magazine. So I posted the link. Y'all go vote for it. I pushed up my votes and I'll be voting again or whatnot. So go ahead, Justice. Where'd you go? You're not on mute, but I can't hear you. So just he'll come in a second. So Deshandra, so I noticed you meal prep.
Yes. Meal prep is key. But it's like your trainer even tell you, if you guys don't have a personal trainer, if you want to hit me up or hit up Mo Trainer, you know what I mean? Your meals are not going to be comprised of the same thing as what someone else eats, because everyone's genetic makeup and body structure and the way that you process food is different. So I do meal prep. I eat 5 to 6 meals a day. Every one of my meals has 4 to 5 ounces of protein. So I eat a lot of food. If you ask Cedric, he'll say when I'm especially in competition mode, he's like, you're eating us out of house and home. So I go buy, I'm serious, like my grocery list is totally separate from the house grocery list. But it's very important. A lot of people say, well, I don't eat that much, or, I only eat twice a day, and they wonder why they can't maintain a healthy weight or get the weight off. It's because you're not eating enough. In order for your body, the machine to go, it has to be fueled. That's just like if you have dead batteries in a remote. If the remote has weak batteries, the remote is going to glitch. So if your body don't have enough fuel to burn, you're not going to do anything but store fat.
All right. Y'all guys can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right. Yeah. So I just want to put it there. I mean, when people want to eat, I have nothing against what anybody want to eat. That's fine, because we all got our own life to live. We all have our own free will in the card. But I just want to make sure it's clear. I'm not against anyone what they want to eat, and I wasn't talking for anyone on what they want to eat. What I'm just saying is that naturally and through nature, whenever something is eaten, it's for survival and it's for a natural thing. And what that means is meat itself, we as human beings do not just take a meat or a raw animal or body parts and put in our fridge and eat it as it is. What we do is we season it. And we say that season tastes good. We don't say that meat tastes good. None of us just eat the meat. We eat for the season taste. Now, we were those type of humans that, like the lions and the tigers, or like those type of humans, but type of animals, like the lions and the tigers that eat the meat raw, then of course that's a natural state of eating the meat because it's eating as it is. But if you got to prepare something, season it to trick our body and say, hey, this tastes good because of the season. It's really the season that we love it, not the actual meat. We don't eat that. If we actually eat chicken with oat, the season, it don't have a taste. It don't even taste. We wouldn't eat it. We just wouldn't eat it because it don't have that season, that nice tenderness, that nice taste that we like. And imagine just eating it raw. We just weren't going to eat it raw. So we're not going to eat it in its natural state. But let's talk about some mangoes. Let's talk about some cherries. Let's talk about some other fruits and plants. We ain't got to prepare it, cook it, delicate it, chop it up, make it look all nice, season it. We ain't got to do all of that. We just eat it as it is. Matter of fact, a mango, right? And also a familiar with mango, especially in the islands. If you take a mango, pluck it off the tree, and it could be halfway ripe, but even ripe, still almost green, sit it on the table. In a couple of days, it will turn yellow and turn ripe and have a scent that attracts you to eat it. And mango is a cleanser. That's why in the summer, that's when a lot of times it naturally grows. Of course, now you got people trying to grow it all around season, which is not natural, but natural in the summer because it's a cleanse. That's why the sun is more harder and the tropical, especially the tropical areas in the summer, because when it hits you, you sweat and you cleanse. And it's good to sweat. Now, a lot of us are afraid of sweating. Why? You know what I mean? Sweat is great. Matter of fact, we also use something called deodorant, right? There's on that little small thing we put under the arm. It's called antiperspirant. If you want a deodorant, get it. Ladies, gentlemen, please get only where it says deodorant, especially for ladies. This is very specially for ladies. Why is that? Because a lot of breast cancer is caused when you get the antiperspirant, the one that has the antiperspirant with the deodorant. Only the deodorant name should be on that, not antiperspirant, because when you wipe that underneath your arm, you're blocking the pores. You're blocking the pores where it can't sweat and breathe, and the chemical is getting inside you. What's closer to your breast or underneath your arm? Then you have get breast cancer. I'm not saying that's the only way. That's one of the ways that's creating the breast cancer, because you're not allowing your body to breathe. So back again on the meat, naturally, if there's a human being, I would love to speak with them because I'm a man that believe in learning. I'm very humble in learning. But there's a human being, right? Now, we're not talking about cannibalism. People say eating people raw. I'm not talking about those people. I talk more from a natural state in today's society that actually eat dead animals raw without the season on it, without the preparation on it, just eat it naturally. And it's okay to do that. I would love to know why they do it and what they're getting from it. Now, if you're saying you cooking and preparing it and season it, of course you're going to eat it because it tastes good. It tastes very good. You're going to be able to eat it. I mean, that's anyone could. You could chop a person hand off, a human hand off, and season that right in, prepare that right, and that tastes like chicken. They actually have seasoned that it for chicken. And you make anything taste like chicken, and it would taste good. But that's not the perspective I'm looking at. I'm looking at your actual cells. Your actual cells need to be fed, not the mouth or the face. When we feed our face, we look at season and how it tastes. When we feed our cells, because we are from the earth, we need the earth to sustain us, since we are from the earth. And of course, you can live 90 years old, 100 years old, eating meat. I'm not saying you can't, but those meat that you eat was eating plants as well. That's why you're able to keep sustaining. And that's why a lot of us have high blood pressure, a lot of things going on. And people do exercise, do bulk up when they eat meat. Look at the gorilla. The gorilla don't eat no meat, but the gorilla's one of the strongest. I mean, we got to look at nature and see what makes sense at the same time. So I'm just pushing that out there to your consciousness. Look at nature and see what makes sense. Because the gorilla ain't eating a bunch of meat to be strong. It's not. And that's how humans learn, through nature. Human just wasn't downloading information. We observe our surroundings and learn what to do. Now, there's some of us who want to make a profit that does these stuff, these GMOs, these artificial stuff. Yeah, they're making a profit of these stuff. But I'm looking at it from a natural standpoint of view. From a profit standpoint of view, I can run in all day long how what you could eat that really going to benefit you in the long run. Because my goal is what I'm going to do when I'm 75, 80 years old, when I'm retired, that's why I want to set my mind to today. Not living today, doing whatever I want to do, and then suffer later on. How do I sustain my life in an earlier age in a great fashion where I'm happy and joyful? That's my goal, whether it's working, whether it's eating, whether it's doing whatever it is. That's how we should look at it. If we 40 today, if we 30 today, even if we 50 today, what do you want to do in your last days? Whether you're 90 years old, looking at your last days, or 100 years old, looking at your last days. Let's try and focus that today to be able to have the life that we need to live. I rest them.
Angie, you was gonna say something about Angie, you put something in chat about deodorant? I mean about rock salt. Where'd she go? Angie. She's rocking. So yeah, I know. I think about maybe about 2016, 17 time frame. Sanjetti had talked to me and another friend about the deodorant things that, in reference to breast cancers, and it was something in the deodorant that he had highlighted. I can't exactly remember, so that jogged my memory on that when you spoke about the deodorant. I get mine from, I can't remember. I have a brother that makes the deodorant with all those great products that he used, natural products that he used.
Awesome. And I can tell you, sister, this may sound very far-fetched, but if we really eat right, we don't need deodorant. If we eat right, we don't need deodorant. Because the reason why we even wear deodorant is because of the odor of the body. That's why we wear it. Because matter of fact, not only eating right, as far as the deodorant concerned, we naturally don't support. I don't let me try to say it because I don't want it to be so exclusive, but exclusive. We even when we go to the number 2, we don't really need the toilet paper if we also eat right. Because if you look at it, to make it more so exclusive towards the humans, if you look at the horse, right? Whenever the horse takes the number 2, all it does is wipe its tail because it comes out in a solid form. The owner of the horse knows when the horse sick when it comes out more liquidly, like a liquid, right? Or even half liquid, half solid. It knows something is wrong with the horse because now it can't naturally wipe it with its tail. And if a human being does the right thing as well, if I'm eating right, see, and the thing is, this is the thing here. When I say eat right, we have a chart. We have eggs, we have bacon. No, this is not eating right. Now, there's some people that are eating right. I have nothing against those people. When I'm saying eating right, I'm talking about from a natural standpoint of view of the body, that you don't have to season something in order to take it in. You could be able to just eat it naturally. That's what I'm saying. I think that's the best way to say eating right, especially with starch. If you look at, once you don't have starch in it, starch is a chemical compound that combines 2 things together. And starch, once it's a chemical off the rip, that's not natural. So I'm trying to say I can make the best way to say when I'm saying eating right. So eating right is anything that comes naturally from the planet, right? That you don't have to season it. So we look at carrot. Carrot is not a native to the planet, right? Carrot is not native to the planet. Why? Because you have to cultivate it. You have to watch over it. Anything that you got to watch over and cultivate, that's not naturally from the planet. Because these stuff was here before we were here. Who was watching them then? Nobody. It grow wild. That's natural from the planet. And how you know something's natural if it don't have starch inside it, right? You ain't got to cultivate it. You ain't got to watch over it. You ain't got to keep watering. You ain't got to keep doing this and doing this and doing that. It's naturally from the planet. So there's nothing you could do to get rid of it. Unless you probably drop a bomb on it and destroy everything. But besides that, there's nothing you could do to get rid of it or worry about it. So once you eat right, Even when you're doing the number 2, and they think flaps open and flaps back, there's nothing left to wipe. It's only something left to wipe because it's watered down. The intestine is not absorbing the water to make it harden because the intestine itself is compromised. So it can't even do a job to be able to push it out and absorb the water. And that's why a lot of people can't go to the restroom. They don't drink enough water as well, too. The water is also is a key function because your body is not going to go against itself. You may go against your body mentally through the brain. You may want to go against it, but the body ain't trying to go against itself. So it's not going to do the natural things if it's hurting because it's trying to fight to stay alive. Naturally, mentally, you might say, you know what? I feel like this today. This is what I want to eat. That don't mean the body is happy. That's why when you eat bad food, it puts you to sleep because you're putting poison in it. And they're trying to get rid of that poison. And the only way to get rid of the poison, it kind of puts you to sleep. So you don't go poison it again in that moment. And after it tries best to get rid of it, and if you go put something else in it, it puts you to sleep again. But we say, oh man, this is good food. Oh Lord, oh yeah, it's put me to sleep. That's not the case. It's putting you to sleep to protect you or to protect itself from you. That's what it's doing. Not it's just so good. The food is so good, put me to sleep because the chicken and the fish and the ham and the pork wasn't good. That's not true, my brothers and sisters. The season was good that you put on it. And guess where you get the season from? From the earth. Guess what the season is? Fruits, or you might have put the tomato inside it. You get a little plants you put together. We're coming from the earth. So if the meat is so great, and I'm speaking from my point of view. I don't want to knock nobody else. This is my point of view speaking. If the meat is so great, why are you going to the earth to eat it? That's my point.
Wow. You guys are giving us some really good, made some really good points today to consider. I got an orange. It's grown from the land. I'm working on it. I'm working on the progress. Listen again, if you guys listen out there on Dagger Squad, my channel. Make sure you go and subscribe to Deshauna's Instagram. Subscribe to Just Us and Angie's Urban Roundtable. Join the group.
Yeah, that's Justice TV 33.
That's your
TV,
YouTube.
or you can say, yeah, actually it's because you can't put a space, so it's spelled out Jesus, right? TV 33.
Okay. Awesome. You got something you want to say? Okay.
Yeah. I just want to say, you guys, thank you for opening y'all friend, y'all colleagues' mind to another level. Because sometimes you'll hear something on a regular basis from somebody and it doesn't resonate. And we all humans, it all happens. It's just like how my mom used to tell me certain things growing up back in the day I didn't pay attention to. I didn't start taking heed to it until I got a little older. I heard it from other individuals I didn't know, and things of that nature. So, I really, really do appreciate you guys because this is like a help for me because I know I'm gonna see a change in her as far as this journey is going to go from everything she heard this morning. Because I seen her eyes lift up, I seen her shake her head, like I seen her look at me, like all kinds of different things. Because this is stuff I've been talking to her about over the last 6 to 7 months that I've known her. You know what I'm saying? And when you are going through a lifestyle change, it does take a lot of sacrifice mentally. You have to mentally sacrifice things that you don't think that you have to, but you really, really do. And I commend you, Ms. Brown, on everything that you got going on too, man. You're doing an awesome job. That's very inspirational to a lot of individuals because it's people out here that they put their age on them so heavy to the point that it discourages them to do great things. It doesn't matter how old you are. When I was living in DC, I was training this young lady, this Asian young lady. She was 41, but the type of stuff I had her doing, and over the years, people looking at her like think she's like in her 20s or something like that, but she's 46 and she can do muscle ups. She can do all kinds of stuff that most people couldn't imagine doing, and she just really pushed herself and she was serious about it. So when you're serious about changing, things will happen for you. So again, like I said, I appreciate you guys for just giving food for thought to Monica and really helping her out during this journey. because we all need help. Regardless if we don't seek it, we need it regardless.
Angie, you were going to say something?
I'm sorry. Whenever I'm sharing the video and I can't get back on our screen fast enough to answer you. But that was fantastic. That was really nice because I have to be reminded. I fall off the wagon fast. I get all into everything and I start falling off and going into old habits. So I'm so happy to hear the affirmations by Jesus. How do you pronounce that?
Just
Do you say just Jesus?
No, just yeah. It is. Yeah, it looks like Jesus, but I couldn't do it as a square in the middle of the
No, how do you
JS
pronounce
square.
it?
You at just us because it's
Just
really what
us,
saying.
right.
It's only us. We gotta look at us to make
Like
these
just
happen.
us.
We gotta
Right.
work right. We gotta work together. Correct.
Okay. That's great. I love the balance and I love the affirmations that you share. It reminds me like the good stuff and why I stopped doing certain things. And I'm just happy that we're back on and just trimming the fat right now in all kinds of ways, getting all the baggage off. Again, Queen Afua, I love her. She also taught about how the body odor goes with it's just what you're eating. It's just what you're eating. So more and more fruits and vegetables and strawberries so you don't smell like the water. I can't get over that. Cause I'm like, one day I was having like too much broccoli. I love salad. My ex says I eat like a rabbit, but I was eating too much greens and too much spirulina, so I was smelling just like that jar of spirulina. The fruits balance that out. The fruits get that smell right. The pineapple, you understand? We gotta talk about those things.
That is so true, sister. And even your thinking becomes better when you become more healthier. The way you think that is more clearer. You don't feel tired and saggy and the whole world is waiting on your back. You're more cheerful, you're more loving, you're more caring. I mean, it's such a big change inside of it. So I mean, eating good is so much benefit. It's not just eating good and saying I'm just being healthy. That's great to do that, but even your mental becomes healthy. Your spiritual journey becomes more healthy. The eating affects all of the degrees of your life. People just look at you like, oh, I love being around this person. They always exciting. They always smiling. Like I told my Porsche, the Porsche, how you act. You got to stand up straight. You got to sit up straight. That all plays a part in your chemical balance of the brain because the brain shoots down chemicals. Anything you do, how you act, how you talk, chemical reaction is always going off. We may not be mindful of this, but it's always happening, whether it's a acidic chemical, or what is a good chemical or happy chemical, whatever chemical is coming out inside of you all the time. So it's always good, even if you got a might be crazy to say this, but even if you got a fake smile, okay, once you just smile, it helps. Even if it's a fake smile, just wake up and smile. Just put a smile on your face. You don't gotta talk to nobody. Just smile. Now, I'm not saying walk around and people see you smiling. They may think you're crazy, but I'm saying by yourself, you can just smile for no reason. Just the movement of the muscles in the face. It's not the intent or why you smile, right? It's the movement of the muscles in the face that causes that the alkaline chemical to come down to help you, the dopamine to come down to help heal your body. It's also a healing agent at the same time. It's a healing agent at the same time. So it ain't just only being happy, you actually healing yourself, even if you do not know there's anything to be healed. So it's just so beneficial all around. And again, I'm not here to knock on the meat, but I have to put it in there. When you eat certain food, it's harder to digest. It takes longer to digest. That's why the body got to put you to sleep because it can't have you moving around and doing this and doing that. Why is it trying to digest? But one of the good example of this is if somebody comes to attack you, right? You either have a fight or a flight situation, right? And one of the first thing it does is shut down the digestive system, because the digestive system takes a lot of work. So it shuts that down and get the muscles ready. It can't say, man, you digested, you're going to cause me to get either killed or beat up, or I can't get away, whatever the case may be. So it shuts it down, gets the muscles ready, so you can run away to protect your life from danger, or you can fight to protect your life from danger. So that's why it's so important what you eat. To break it down, it's not that easy when you're eating meat. It's very difficult because you got to break down something that's more solid versus that something that's more liquid based. That's what fruits are. Plants are, they're more liquid based. It's more easier to break those stuff down. So I mean, and I'm not going to sound redundant with it, but at the same token, now people are dying from it. So this stuff have to keep being preached till the end of time, because you got those who really, I mean, again, nothing wrong with them feeling that way because they've got their own personal take, but they're thinking the food they like. They don't like the food. They don't. They like the season. Go to a restaurant and tell them serve you that chicken raw, without cook or without season. You will not eat it. You'll curse them out. You ready to fight. But because they cook and season it, now it's a good thing. So that's why we're eating these things. I rest my case.
You and your cases.
you're not listen. So can you you in this season now? You know I'm from Louisiana. You know I'm from the boot. Don't be doing that. Every morning I have to kick you off of you messing me up. Look, I went and looked for vegan meals, Cajun vegan meals, Creole vegan meals, right? And so yes. So I was able to find. That's how I ran across the cauliflower rice. Well, not rice, but cauliflower, chopped up or whatever. So I was like, okay, I need to explore this. Because the whole, I just I can relate to the season deal. Because if I don't have Sadiko Cha-Cha or Tony Sashry or Louisiana Love or Targill or the Strawberry Mango, I'd be like, what? So
Well, it's a
Go ahead.
balance because those seasonings, some seasonings, I'm not gonna say all, and you also have to watch the levels of the seasonings independently of each other, but some of them aid digestion. So it's just like having pizza. The reason why there's garlic in the pizza is to aid the digestion. The reason why there's olive oil, in good pizza, is to aid the digestion, and to combat the acid from the tomato. So like there's the food with the seasoning also balances things out and balances how it's digested. Like if we're gonna eat natural foods and say we eat roots, then we got to be careful because those roots are like glue in our bodies. So what are we eating to like break down that glue? The reason why we'll eat glue is to sustain us for days. Like if we had to walk across the desert, which we don't have to, we could have a cassava now and then it will sustain us for a while. That's why the oppressor's diet. That's why people of oppression eat a lot of root food, because of long walks, long treks where they need sustenance. So we have to know that if we're in a stationary, what is the word? Stationary, sedentary lifestyle, roots are gonna build up in our system, and it will be like glue and paste in our colon. So we have to be careful about balancing it out with certain seasonings, maybe lemon, maybe garlic, but always have it at a balance, at a moderate rate.
Andrew, you made a great point, and I think it's not, when we refer to seasonings, it's more over using the right herbs and spices. Seasoning contain the salt, the sodium, the MSG, and all of that. But if you're using true herbs and spices, like just your garlic powder or your garlic, your onion, your parsley, your cilantros, your thyme, your rosemary, your cloves,
Right.
onions, bell peppers, things like that. That is herbs and spices. That is not a seasoning. And herbs and spices, like you say, it does help the digestive tract, but it does keep you from getting that high blood pressure and eating. It's almost like when you use a seasoning that has the salt, the MSG, and all of these extra things, that's just like you eating something out of a box.
So true. So true.
That's true. That's a true, sister. You're right. But people do use those by seasoning for the taste. Why they eat the meat? I'm not saying the seasoning is good to use. I'm saying that's why they're eating the meat, because they created the season for the taste bud on the tongue, so they can entice them to eat whenever they put it on. That's what they're doing. I'm not saying it's correct, because like you mentioned the salt, right? With high blood pressure, right? So with the salt, if you look at it, has like the table salt I'm talking about. So you got different salt. You got pond salt, you got sea salt, you got Himalaya salt, and these also carry the electrolyte, the electricity to help you inside your body. But the table salt, right, got some sand in it, got glass in it. And of course, we call them very microscopic when we're saying these things. It got salt in it. And if you ever taste a little bit of table salt, right, and it tastes a little bit of Himalaya salt, you'll notice the pond salt, the Himalaya salt, and the sea salt are way more saltier than the table salt, because it got a mixture of these other things I just named. And with the glass, when you eat that table salt and it goes inside your body and it starts cutting up and inside your body, now you need the cholesterol, right? So with the blood flowing and the cholesterol got to keep going there to heal it, the little micro cuts inside it, and you eat it again, it cuts it again, cholesterol goes again to heal it. Now you got high cholesterol. But they don't tell you, hey, why is it happening? They say, don't eat so much salt. But you have multiple salt. So when you say so much salt, you got to be a little more specific. Table salt they're talking about, and why they shouldn't eat it, because this stuff is in the table salt, which is one of the macrolas. So now you have high cholesterol, which now is clogging up the pathway for the blood flow. Now, once it started to get clogged up, now you have high blood pressure. When you have high blood pressure, now you're starting to may have a stroke or minor stroke or overgrown heart, a heart attack. See, these things need to be broken down. Why is it happening? Because it's hard for one to get back in the right standing of self if you don't know why it's happening, when you actually is the natural enemy of yourself without even knowing, but you're in ignorance, because they're not telling you exactly what's happening. So when you go and you get a test and they give you a result, boom, that results, oh Lord, this is what's going on with me. No, let's find out, why is it happening? Why did you get that cancer? Sometimes the cancer could happen from a divorce, not even what you eat. It can happen from a divorce, because you can have that traumatic, the traumatized situation where you stress so much. One of the number one cause for cancer also is stress. You stress so much and you create an acidic chemical inside you, and they call chronic stress, and happening over the period of years, then boom, the cancer, first of all, the genesis of cancer started there, but it was detected during the time of testing. So all you may have to do, I'm not saying it may help, some people it does help, right, is pinpoint that dramatic part of your life that may have caused that. Let's heal over that, and let's fight it off with the good chemicals and the herbs and the fruits that we need to get rid of it. Now, because if you don't pinpoint that, right, and you may take the natural or you may take the chemo, whatever the case you take, none of that wouldn't matter, because you're still living with that natural situation that caused it, because you're still living with that stress. You never got over it. So it doesn't even matter what you do. Whatever you do is still ain't gonna work. Even if it worked temporary, because you're gonna go back into that stressful mode and create it all over again. And that's why you have to actually pinpoint the actual problem, the cause of the situation, get that healed, and then the real journey begins there. The rest from there.
So yes, I know you guys see me putting, hold on, let me put a pin in it. You guys are kicking in knowledge. Oh my goodness. I hope some people out there, you guys are really taking heed to it. Go back and rewatch the video. These brothers and sisters say so much. I have to go back and rewatch, because I'm like, okay, my And it is true. Let me make sure I give that proper credit where credit is definitely due. My trainer brings this type of awareness to me all the time. That's why I am where I am. I know, and most people they seem to think that all the meds and all that drama that I was on was kind of causing it and bouncing back. But you see these sea moss smoothies, this is a all strawberry one, half a gallon. I started taking August strawberry mango. Oh, put the wrong
It
label.
looks beautiful.
It looks delicious, don't it? This is strawberry and mango. That's when you talked about that mangoes. He went lit up in here. Because we have 2 smoothies we do: strawberry mango, pineapple mango, straight strawberry, and mixed fruit. But I started drinking literally the smoothies. But shout out to let me give my brother a shout out. Shout out to brother African Emporium Willis. What's up, Javi? I see you popped in there. Shout out to Willis, brother African Emporium.
I got to say something.
You gotta say something after I say this. And because he's the one that had me sort out my trainer right here, because he's just like Deshandra and Sherry. I've known me for a little bit, and so when I did see him at the flea market with his product, and I purchased the 16 ounce. I started just that one sea moss smoothie. That was a 16 ounce, so I think it was 16 ounce. And I want to say it was a strawberry mango at the time. 116 ounce. I was having on the weekend. I was doing 2. I would do Saturday and Sunday. And then I started noticing a difference in the inflammation, which was causing the joint pain in my body. And I was like, something ain't right, but I've got to put my finger on it, what it is. So I did it again the next weekend. And I was like, I think something going on. Says 2 weeks. So I bought so I was like, you know what? Let me try that half a gallon. And that's what this is right here, a half a gallon. So I started doing a half a gallon, 1 cup a day. It would last me 6 days. And I was like, I started getting energized. I started getting energetic. And I know people gonna call me pseudo. I don't care. I know how
CMOS does that.
Yeah, I don't care on the day. I know y'all in the Dagger Squad. Y'all better be like, Mo, it's so more to turn pseudo on us. Listen, can't be pseudo if you're talking real results. I can tell you what is done for me. I don't have to tell nobody else's testimony. I don't have to fabricate the information. You see the transformation. You could go through my timeline. I started showing people the severity of the issue that I was dealing with. I didn't say I was cured. I said that it helped me. Okay. And so since August, I've been doing the CMOS smoothies. I do the green machine, the green one that I showed, because I like vegetables. I like fruits and vegetables, but I'll lean more on the vegetable side of it. I'm not a sweet person. That's why I was eating all those sunflower seeds, which I did not buy any packs on yesterday. Can y'all believe it? I was at 4 packs a day. I didn't buy any.
You're gonna come out with your own recipe for that sunflower seeds,
right?
A healthy version.
I figured out.
Yeah,
we will get it together. And so then my trainer gave me some had me start implementing just CMOS with the smoothies, but taking the tablespoon every day. And so so he challenged me, I think it was like November or December, to after December, that when my birthday came, December 28th, that I couldn't use the wheelchair at a very minimum, that I needed to start walking. And it was a culture shock. I didn't know how I was going to do it. So at the time, so I had, I think from November to December to think about how this was going to work. So as I got closer to my birthday on the 28th, I started, in my mind, like, okay, you're not going to have this wheelchair as support. So you have, so I started trying to figure out how to walk upright or whatever. That's when I really start watching Deshandra. She'd get up every morning in the gym and she'd be on Instagram and I'm like, okay, I had to figure out, because she made a wonderful transition. And I was like, man, I don't know if I get those kind of muscles she have, but we'll see how we're gonna work it. So I just go on the page, watch her, support her, send her the donation, you guys. She compete, and the support is greatly appreciated and needed. So send a sister. She's one of us. She's one of our own. She's doing great things, and she's supporting and sharing and helping other people. And man, I started. So my birthday came, and I remember getting out the car and walking for the first time without the chair. I was at a government facility or whatever. My cousin's like, oh, this is the Kodak one. We need to record it. So I walked with the 2 canes at the time. When I walked with the 2 canes, I was like, oh, I don't feel as much joint pain as before. So, then at that point, I knew it was going to be psychological to get to really cross the hurdle. And so I started thinking about it. And then, like, I think what it was 2 weeks ago, he's like, you got to get up every morning. You got to eat breakfast, eat. You're not eating. So I was like, okay. So I created my own challenge. And this is how we get to this point today on the 60 days. It's like, okay, if I'm going to eat breakfast, I'm going to have to get up. Then I'm going to create a challenge that I know that's a challenge. I'm not going to do something that's going to be really easy for me and check the block, because I have been doing that. And that's how I end up in my situation, and the situation wasn't getting better. So that whole missing meals and thinking you could miss a meal and not eat this, that, or whatever, I was doing that. That was me. So you guys are really, really chipping away all of my hurdles that I was going through. I did not want to eat. And so to get up 6:30 in the morning, eat some oatmeal, add some sea moss, even from what it did with my skin, the complexion of my skin, the whole.
Yes.
You see that? I know, because I did a show with you, like what, early part of the year, I think.
That's what CMOS is good for. When the cells are fed properly, it's able to produce properly.
Right. And I think when I noticed that, when I paid attention to the face deal and I realized that it was really doing some great things in my body. I had can you turn that one off? You got it on something? I had a conversation with Ujau once, and he talked about how he's like, you could tell when somebody's not healthy because in their face, they break out, they, all these blottage and this and that. So when I started noticing that my skin was clear, my face was clear, I was like, okay, that's what he meant. Some stuff it doesn't really process yet until you actually start to see the transformation within yourself. This is why I'm being transparent. This is why I'm live. This is why I appreciate you guys to put your feedback on this whole health journey and what it consists of and the details. It's very difficult for the me's out there to process the details, because you said something really key, just as that taste is something else. And my trainer has this slogan called the name of the smoothie bar is Taste the Discipline. And I forgot he had something to say. I guess this is a good way to segue him in. So that whole taste deal, just, oh my God, you just rock the world. So I'm gonna let him rock out, because I gotta go to the restroom anyways. On this point. So hold on a second. We're gonna transition spots.
What it do, world? It's your boy, Mr. Turn Down for What 100, because I keeps it 100. Mr. Who Wants Smoke. So just to segue off what Monica said, back in 2018 is when I jumped into the gym lifestyle, right? My cousin, he's a firefighter, and we grew up together playing sports. And transparent moment, I was in Vegas one year, and I was hanging out with a couple of my cousins and some friends, and we at the pool, we having a good time, how people do at Vegas. And a young lady walked up on me, and she was like, "You with him?" And I looked to my left, and she was talking about my cousin, and I was like, "Yeah, that's my cousin." She was like, "His body look good," and I looked down at my body. I said, "Damn, that's a shot." Right. So make a long story short, man, I I really started being more aware of myself, you know. And then also, I lost my father to colon cancer in 2011. So I was very aware of just being more healthier from that point, but I wasn't doing anything about it. So fast forward 2018, you know, I jumped into the gym. I told my cousin I wanted to look like an action figure. Shout out to Miss Brown. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to look like an action figure. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it took for me to get that way, I was determined to do it. So you know, I made a lot of different sacrifices. You know, I sacrificed in the way that I eat. I sacrificed in the time to me hanging out with people. You know, I was going to bed at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm in the crib, sleep. You know, I'm at the gym first thing in the morning. I'm talking about first thing in the morning, 5 o'clock, ready. You know, and as time just went on, I just started noticing different things. So I never really thought about being no trainer. I just enjoyed working out. I was always athletic. But a lot of people in the gym, they was always asking me, you know what I'm saying, was I a trainer because of the different things I was doing? You know, that I was doing things that people had never seen before. And my cousin, one of my older cousins, he always told me that I was one of them individuals that like to work my mind and my body at the same exact time. Most people cannot do that. Most people cannot articulate thoughts and motion at the same time. You know what I mean? So for me to be able to do that, I felt it was pretty unique, you know, and it also comes from playing sports. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on your toes all the time, playing football, basketball, play soccer, play baseball, you know, so all these different things was always incorporated inside of me growing up. So when I'm sitting in the gym one day and somebody kind of just gave me the bug, like I should be a trainer, I just started doing my research and all of a sudden, you know how this social media thing is. Once you think about something, you say something, it just start popping up everywhere, you know. So all these different ads start coming up for personal training, you know, and you know, I just went forth with it. And then I was sitting in the gym one day as I was studying, and I asked my GM, I said, when you think about me and you see me working out, right? When you think about me and you see me working out, right? Like, what's the first word comes to mind? He said, dynamic. I said, it's pretty unique, right? And then fitness is what it is, right? And then the 3D came from because my little cousin used to tease me growing up because my name is David Gerald. My birth father name is David Gerald, and my grandfather name is David Gerald. So he used to always call me a third, but technically I'm not a third per se because my mother gave me a middle name. So he's always teasing me about that, and I never really liked it, but it always rung bells in my head when he said it, 3D, 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 and it always stuck there. So once I got into this fitness arena, I knew the one thing that I didn't have, and most people don't have, is discipline. And that's one of the most powerful things you can have in life is discipline, you know, because when things come at you, if you don't have the discipline to be able to control yourself, then you can put yourself in a really, really, really bad situation. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first D, discipline. You know what I mean? And I really strategically sat back and thought about this. And then I had a certain level of determination to be nothing less than great and to be wealthy. You know, it's no millionaires in my family. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people out here that can say that ain't no millionaires in their family. And some people may not even have that goal for their family. But for my legacy, we got to be millionaires. We got to be billionaires. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when this life is going to end, but I know for sure I want to make sure I leave something here for my youngins and for whoever else is a part of my legacy. So they can say, look, Papa David, he did his thing back in 2021 or 2020 or whatever case may be, and it's 2040 or something crazy. You know what I mean? So that's how my brain be functioning. So that was when my determination came into play. But the discipline part was really key for me because I knew if I got real discipline, my determination was going to fall into play, and I wanted to be developed. So there's where my 3D came from. So this segue what Monica was talking about, a lot of people don't understand why I created my company that way. I knew that I wasn't the healthiest person. You could look at me and couldn't tell that, but I knew that I wasn't a healthier person. Outback Steakhouse was my spot. That was my spot. I'm talking about I used to go there 2-3 times a week. Easy. Queensland chicken and shrimp. What? I'm going in. Steaks. What? I'm going in. Bread. All that. I'm eating all this stuff. Drinking crazy. Doing all kinds of stuff. And that was a regular lifestyle for me. You know what I'm saying? And Even though I was going to play basketball every other day or whatever case may be, I wasn't lifting no weights. I wasn't being conscious of how much I was eating. I was probably eating like once or twice, you know what I'm saying? Taking a nap in the middle of the day because I got the itis, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as the itis, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what itis is no more, you know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say is that the reason why I named my company Dynamic 3D, because I believe every single person on this world is dynamic in their own way, right? Then life is three-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. However you look at it, I ain't gonna go too deep into it with everybody, but life is three-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? And then when you think about the level of incompetence that you may have to have around other individuals, that takes a lot of discipline. A lot of discipline. So if you can discipline yourself and watch what you put in your mouth, then you're gonna watch what you suck out your mouth. So that's how everything comes into play. You know, I'm teaching people how to be disciplined when it comes to what they eat. I'm teaching people how to be determined on how to achieve things in their life. And then the determination, the development comes into play of you actually being able to talk about it. At one point in time, this young lady sitting to the right of me didn't want to talk about nothing. She didn't want to say anything. That's it. You know what I mean? But now she can't shut up. That's exciting though. You got to think about it. We all need to have a voice. You know what I'm saying? We was introduced to something in 2020, which was masks. And the only people that really knew about masks was individuals working in working in hospitals, military individuals like yourself, you know what I'm saying, that was going different places that y'all had to be safe. You know what I'm saying? So y'all was already introduced to things like that on a different type of protocol. You know what I mean? When we think about the whole world was introduced to something like that, nobody had no voice no more. People was barely talking. You know what I'm saying? People would barely say hello to you because their mouth was covered up. So they felt as if they wouldn't say anything. You know, so this is the time for us to have a voice. You know what I mean? Like really, really have a voice, regardless of what's going on in the world. Do something that you've never done before to get something that you never had before. Like really, go in. And if you don't go in, somebody else gonna go in. You're gonna be sitting back watching. Don't watch. Make something happen. Get up and do something. Get active.
Dogecoin.
No, go ahead. What's up, Sonny?
That's my motivational speech for Dogecoin.
That's your motivation for the day?
Get active.
Always hype, always turned up. Again, the sea moss smoothies. These are half a gallons. Yes, we can ship the bottle. Got 16 ounces as well. Got the regular gel. Got the raw.
Hey Mo,
Go ahead, buddy.
I just wanted to say I saw that smoothie. I just want to say it looks good. It looks really good. And I'm listening to what everyone's saying, and everything sounds good. All good advice.
Yes.
And
yes.
check in. Hi,
And you're in Texas, right?
Well, so I was in Texas. I was in Texas for about 20 something years, 20, 25 years. And then I moved back to Philadelphia, back with family, back home with my mom.
Yeah.
So I'm here with my mom. But yeah, that I was in Texas for a really long time. I was basically raised in Texas.
Okay.
In Houston.
Okay.
But that smoothie looks good.
You want to place an order?
We can get it to you.
I get it shipped out.
yeah.
Is that a sangria bottle?
That's what kind of bottle? Yes, it's a sangria bottle.
Sangria bottle?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's one of the sangria.
Yes. That's
okay.
a half a gallon, Sonny.
All right. How much is the are you guys doing the smoothies for?
So we have the half a gallon. Let me see, my screen is shared now. Oh, I can. Nope, I can't share. Darn it. Okay, so no, you gotta wait a second. So we have the half a gallon for $40 plus shipping, and then we have the 16 ounces for $10 for shipping. Yeah, so if you order the 16 ounces, you have to order at least 5 to ship. And then you got the half the gallons. And then let me show you guys. Yeah, so 16 ounces, buy 4, get 1 free. Let me show you the bar. Let me see that. Let me show you this. Let me see one of them. So let me show them to you so you can see what I'm talking about. Not to send the flyer though. So this is 16 ounce. This is size of the 16 ounce bottles. So you buy 4, you get 1 free. So it'd be a total of 5. We get those shipped out. We can ship these out. And then I just showed you guys the half a gallon ones. And then the smoothie flavors that we rocking with right now is pineapple mango, strawberry mango, strawberry, mixed fruit, and green machine. Give me the other one too. And then if you like many people, some people they's like, well, I make my own smoothie and that's fine, and you're like, well, I just don't have access to the sea moss. We have the purple sea moss gel. Get the packs. We got the gel form of sea moss. This is the purple sea moss, and this size is $20. And then we have the 32 ounce sea moss. We got it in the purple and the Irish gold, and these are $30. And then if you're like, you know what, I can mix my own gel, I just need to get the raw material. I just need to get the sea moss itself. You may not have it in your area, don't know who to contact or whatever. We also have it in the raw form. You can mix it yourself. This is the purple sea moss. And I'm crazy why I can't share my screen, because I could have showed you all on the screen, but I'll post it in the chat. So you could buy the purple, or you could buy the gold, and this one is $20. I think this is 2 ounces. This size here is 2 ounces, and that's $20. And I'm getting the gold one, which is 2 pounds, and that one is 25. So you can either get it raw, you can get it in gel form, or we make it, or you can get it in the smoothies already. So I purchased all of them because I needed all of them. I needed all of it. I needed the smoothies, I needed the gel or whatever. And of course, I have access to my trainer, and so I help them with business. So I have easy access to the product. Oh, and we also have, I almost forgot. We also have it in the capsule. So some people, they like the capsules, and so they will buy the capsules. So we call them body shots. And then when it gets hot, and this is the raw indigo. This is the Irish gold. Okay. So all that can be shipped out. I'm in shipping mode, stay at the post office. So some people, these are 7 capsules, $5 in the capsules, right? So I promote, yep, and 30 is 25. So I promote the product, and I help my trainer do his thing because I know what it's done for me. As I stated before, this is, you can look at the videos. Oh my goodness, it was horrible, y'all. Can I tell you that again? It was horrible. It's a life-changing deal to go from, you don't even realize it. Yeah, one day you just wake up and you can't do something, and then you try to figure out, like, okay, how did I fix this? And the simplest deal, just as talked about, my trainer talked about, Angel talked about, Chandra talked about, eating was like the major part. That was my stroke. I remember my first trainer, shout out to Men Empowerment Nation, Antonia Session. I never forget, after my first 4 weeks of training with him a couple years ago, he said, if you don't eat right, I'm not training you. And I was like, what? I'm paying you. You should train me whatever I want. He was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. You don't stop. Go ahead, Justin.
I totally agree with that trainer. I think the first process of healing, and I don't mean healing at fast. You're never gonna get sick again. You're never gonna stress again. I talk about just getting back to your natural stage. When I say healing, getting back to your natural state, the natural state of life. is your mind, mentally. That's the first part, because you could sell. But I've seen people deal with herbs. I promote as well too, and so I very have a great understanding of herbs. I've recorded people who have been sick and who has gotten a daughter's nose and they're not sick no more. Not meaning they cannot get sick again. That don't means that, because you're free for something, don't mean it can't happen again. Because if your mind ain't right, you will go back in the same condition. So your mind first have to be right, not just from a mental standpoint of view. When you take these herbs, right? If you mentally is not cheerful and happy, your cells will not accept it, in the sense of your digestive system will be shut down to it, because you in a stress mode, which is fight or flight. So you will not be able to take it in. I'm not saying you're gonna not take nothing in, meaning you have 0% of it in, but it will not be received as it should be received. It will probably will do something, but not the effect as you should expect for it to do, because you're stressed. So it's very important, guys, to be cheerful, joyful, very happy when it comes down to taking the herbs. Very important. Second, as Mo said, you have to eat right. You can't figure, well, let me get a fix and eat whatever I want to eat. It's not a fix. It's a lifestyle change. So the herbs is to assist with your life, not to heal and cure your life. It's to assist with it. So if you're eating right, say you try to lose weight, you're eating stuff that helps you lose weight, and you decide to take something with herbs to help it even more, meaning to clean out your colon. It's there to assist it. Not you just eat any type of garbage and junk. Well, let me just drink a couple of my herbs and get this over me. Come on, man. It doesn't work that way. I mean, some it do, but that's not the right way to go about doing it. You definitely want to change your mindset. You know, if you're spiritual or religion, whatever the case may be, because it all work in the same way, because the religion could work spiritually. Depends on how you decide to do it. You want to have a spiritual concept to you, the mental concept to you, and the physical concept to you. So whenever you can sit upright, walk upright, think right, have a good understanding to life, be happy, allow the herb to assist in your healing, meaning get back to your natural state as you should be, and the food you eat also going to complement them with everything. So that's all important.
You know
It's
what
just
used
not
to
one way.
you know what used to
Go.
plague me is you say, well, I've been eating my parents or grandparents or whoever, or they'll see somebody else, they eating whatever they want. And they were like, well, they're surviving, they're looking good. Why do I have to transition? And so sometimes I would do it, like I would do it temporarily, and then I would then I would suffer, and I'd be like, you know what? I can't do that.
Yeah, but what are they surviving with? High blood pressure, diabetes. You know,
Say,
what do they have? See, they
Not
don't
only
say
that,
that part.
the food was much harsher then than it is now, because more of it is based on supply and demand. So a lot of it is being stretched and added on to. So it's a lot different of what it does to your body now than it did back then.
Well, when you say being scratched, brother, could you help me out so I can understand what that means? When you say it's being scratched?
Sure, they have they have some rice where they actually use a plastic like material to stretch it. They have some noodles where they do that. They have
That's correct.
where they add certain content. They have chips where they add certain content, and these they add addictive contents to it, and they add contents that are actually stretching. Because if people think potato chips are actually potatoes, they're crazy.
I totally agree with that, brother. I totally agree. They do that, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with tofu, and I don't think that's something good either. We should be eating tofu. So if you threw it up and you like, it feel like plastic in your mouth
Oh, it's
when you're
horrible.
eating it.
Hey, that is hard. I tried to cook it one time. I watched a YouTube channel trying to show how you can make stir fry with it. Oh, it was so horrible. It felt like I was eating like foam, like some fake foam with seasoning.
Correct, correct. That is true. So that's a very strong point the brother made there. even though you're trying to eat healthy, and like he said, they're scratching it. That's another thing. So we know it's not going to be an easy journey all around. It's not going to be an easy journey all around, because even what you're eating and you paying the same amount of money, believing in your heart you're doing the right thing, and it's still something they're compromising. So, the journey is not that easy. But definitely I say the mental has to be there. If you do anything, you got to be happy. Because it doesn't matter what you put in your body. If you're not happy and you stress, just not going to work the way it should. So you at least have to have that part in it. Be happy, eat right, be around people with good energy, because it doesn't matter who you're around. That definitely is going to help. And those who pray, I mean, I pray a whole lot. I pray a lot too when you eat. And I'm going to say my take again. I don't try to get on nobody, but I look at when you pray is when you calm, relax, get yourselves ready, prepared to eat, and then you go forward and eat. So when you pray, you get like in the meditation stage. So you calm, you take away all the stress of the day's journey, which you've been through. Then you be able to prepare to eat. People do have the spiritual concept to it. I agree with that too. That's fine. But at least the reason why I'm saying prayer, at least you're able to relax. We're just jump and start eating, and you still stress. So you're doing yourself, no good by doing that. So at least, even if you don't want to call it prayer, that's fine. Meditate first. Because I'm using the prayer as a concept of meditation. Meditate first, relax, and then you eat your food. Try to get yourself in a calm state instead of just jumping into eating, because that's really not doing you no justice by just eating without making sure you relax. I rest there.
Sister Monica, can I ask you something real quick? Do you have expiration dates for any of it?
Expiration dates for the smoothies.
Uh,
By the time you get it, you better drink it all. They're gonna be sorry.
no, I mean, I don't know if you caught me on the back
Timestamps.
chat. I had said I was going to market and advertise it.
Oh, you advertising. Oh, so it was a question in the chat. So we date the product, the date that it was made. You'll get it within 2 days. So if anyone is looking for shipping and wonder how long it takes, so it's arriving within 2 days. I made several orders and they devour. Yeah. So yeah, I doubt if it's gonna sit in your refrigerator for longer than a week. How long does it last? You mean?
Yeah, about a week.
Yeah, yeah. I listen. By the time when you taste it, and the expiration date definitely important. But I truly doubt if it's gonna probably listen. One time I had I think I drank the whole half a gallon in a day. But yeah. Expiration wise, yeah, I would say 7 days. Now that's the smoothie. The sea moss, the gel, that 32 ounce lasts 30 days.
Oh, okay.
It'll last longer, but if you're doing that 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons a day, it'll last you 30 days, but it will last you longer than that.
But they can keep it in the refrigerator though, right?
Hold on, let my trainer talk to you. I'm new at it, so let him give you the.
Oh, hey, Miss Monica, I'm gonna make a run. I'm gonna run real quick.
Okay.
I'll hop back on.
Yes. Appreciate
you. All right, good to see you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Sonny. Here he goes.
Hey, peace, bro. I was asking can you put it in the refrigerator?
Yeah, so you want to keep it refrigerated. You want to keep it cold at all times. So the concept of the gel, as long as you keep it refrigerated, let's say you get the 32 ounces, 32 ounces is going to last you in the refrigerator 2.5 months with no problem. You're doing it every single day. Of course, it's going to go out before that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as your storage uses in the refrigerator, 2.5 months.
And the smoothie is about a week, right?
About a week and a half, yeah. Now, some depending on how your freezer is set up, it all depends on how your freezer. If you got one of them brand new type refrigerators that the freezers is OD cold, I don't recommend to put the actual half a gallon in there because it is glass. You know what I'm saying? So some individuals, they do put it in there and it won't bust or nothing like that. I know the mason jars don't bust when it comes to the smoothies. But if you were to put the gel in there, the gel wants to expand. So it's gonna make the actual jar bust. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes
in
to
the freezer.
But when it comes to the smoothie, you'll be good because that's fruit. The fruit ain't gonna do nothing but get solid and freeze up.
All right, thanks.
And the storage of the raw.
Oh, that's forever.
You you doesn't have to store it in the refrigerator.
Nope.
No, I don't think you, because that's Ziploc. I think.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't
just
think
keep that in the cabinet.
Yeah, it's a block.
You just keep that right in the cabinet. What part of Cali you in, brother?
I'm in LA.
You in LA? I used to stay in Monrovia, right outside of Pasadena.
Oh yeah, I know where you're at.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. I'll be out there soon, man, to come work out on the beach.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. Hey, you ever do competition yet? Or
No,
no?
I've been thinking about it. One of my good men I went to high school with, he did a men's physique competition. He won that joint. You know what I'm saying? And I told him I wanted him to train me up to get ready for that. We just haven't really got a chance to really correspond with each other because of the whole COVID. You know what I'm saying? He worked at the MGM, so it's kind of hard for me to get with him sometimes. So I'm planning on for him to come down here in the next couple of weeks he can kind of get me started. Because I'm be honest with you, I wouldn't mind. You know, it's something to do.
No, I was just asking because like I always be coming up with different ways to make money anyway. But I got a homeboy who does something similar to social proof when it comes to his
transformation
training. He does training and he does competition now. He's in out in Texas. He's from West Covina. But,
okay.
But he's out in Texas now. He does training, full body training, and he does the competition. But he has extra stuff he does on the side. So that's what I was saying, because just like any hustle where you can add on extras to it, you know, he's doing the same basically with the training.
Okay, look, hey, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Definitely, a lot of my information is on the flyers. So I have Monica send you my information as far as my Instagram and all that.
You got it.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, definitely, man. Just hit me up, but we'll chop it up.
For sure.
All right, that's a bet, bro. Appreciate that.
always.
Sonny, so you up early, man. What's up?
Man, it's my study time. It's quiet. It's dark.
Study time.
You know what I'm saying? I get to myself. I get to be focused. You know. Plus, I think a lot when I wake up. My mind's like this, so I can't really talk to too many people because they be like, "It's too early."
Right. Deshandra, say something so your picture can pop up on the screen.
Oh, sorry, Mo.
Oh, there you go. No.
Eggs.
Are you oatmeal and eggs? I just wanted you to say something. Sonny, this is Deshandra. This is Cedric's wife. Cedric be in the chat a lot of the time. Look at her transformation. She got the 3. Oh man, I wish I could share my screen, but share.
I'm gonna go out, Mo. Let me go out and pop back in, and I'll put the transformation picture up there.
Yeah, put that one up for me. Yeah, I wanted to see.
It looked like she's in the competition on the picture.
That's I wanted to show you. She's been competing. I think she's done about 3 or 4. She wins. She been placing and getting it in.
What state is she in?
Huh? She's in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. Mm-hmm. So she's okay. She's been competing. She's been transforming. It's been 3 years. 3 years, and that's her journey. That's why I wanted her to show her. Hold on, let me get this thing out the way so I can. All right, I think she's back in. Let's see.
There it is, Mo. I put
this
picture up there so you guys can see this one.
Look,
yeah, you know you're amazing.
Check it out. You see that?
It was a journey. Well, it still is a journey.
Yes, Dang is right. You see that?
Yeah, I was trying to see it again, but she hurried up.
Yeah, she has to.
I'm still here. If I keep talking, then it'll stay on the screen. But I compete. That's what I was going to tell your trainer. Really, when you get into competing is a sport. A lot of people think that when you start competing, you're going to make all this money. When you get into competing, you're not going to make a lot of money at first. You're gonna invest more in yourself than you make when you start competing. Competing is just like any other sport. It's like if you go out there and play baseball. It's like if you go out there and play football, and you gotta put in the work and put in the money and buy the gear and all of that there. That's what competition is. It's not like you just get up there and, you know, you get some muscles and you make some money.
Mhm.
Well, talk
You know,
about
do you think
Deshandra.
have you created any kind of hello?
I'm still here.
Oh, have you created any kind of social proof through it?
What do you mean social proof? I mean,
A
I've
unique idea that you can actually develop revenue stream that no one has created, or somebody might have created, but you have a better idea with your own methods using your own self.
I mean, when you say social proof, I mean, it's just going to depend. Like, if you're a trainer, like, for example, I'm now getting into personal training. So I'm working on creating a program to show people how they can do transformation, but it'll be a cookie cutter program. And I've kind of taken that from seeing other people programs. So, I mean, through competition, it does put you on that stage where now you become an athlete. Like I'm an ambassador for Power Hands. So I actually market their product and I get discounts on their products, and people who, you know, like I have my link. So when you begin to compete and you begin to grow in that caliber on the competition, it gives you the ability to make these networks, which in turn could give you the ability at some point to create streams of revenue. Like, for example, I'm trying to get into Inc. magazine. So I'm pushing that right now. So if I was to win this competition as not only being a bodybuilder, but then being in Inc. magazine, then it puts me at a different platform, right? So I think the social proofing comes in when you begin to put yourself out there and you gain this plethora of followers, and those followers make you the social proof, and then you can start generating that revenue.
Exactly.
So I'm in the beginning stage, in a sense.
That is fire. Oh, and I had voted for you too. So
thank you. Vote every day for the next 6 days. It's free. You don't have to
it
pay
was
for
probably
votes.
about like 10 minutes ago. I just came across it. So I voted for you before
Follow
you
me
came
on IG. Share my page with people on IG. Have them to follow me on IG. I'll be competing. I'm actually located in Florida. I'm going to be competing, I think, either in South Carolina or maybe Pittsburgh around May, and then back in Florida in July. But like I say, just follow me on IG, follow me on Facebook. I go by my name. I'm not like this mystery person. So, you know, like I said, competition, man, it is a sport. So, coach, if you look to get into competition, just be ready. If you want to chat with me on the Outer Banks about it, I know your partner does it, but I can kind of give you some of the ins and outs of it, because like I say, when you first jump into this thing, it's a lifestyle. When you become a competitor and a bodybuilder, it's a lifestyle. And what he's telling you, Mo, the mind over matter, it is so important, because there's plenty of times where I go to functions, I go to dinners, I go to things like that, you know, when the world was free and open. Even now, like if my husband and my son go eat, I tote meals with me because I can't eat what's there. So it is a mental, especially if you come on this level of competing, it is a mental, you are going to give up so much, and you have to be ready to give those things up to make that lifestyle change and that transition, just as you've done, Mo.
Yeah. Talk about you. I want you to talk about how it felt. You know what? Don't even do that. I'm gonna set up a Wednesday that I can interview you, because I want to be able to hear from the time you hit the stage, what it felt like, what's the emotion.
Man, you got to talk about the time before hitting the stage. We got to do. Yeah, I'll give you the full inside. I mean, it's a mind game, man. I mean, it's a mind game. That's just like, even now, like I said, I'm out of the gym for a couple weeks, but I still have to eat on regiment because I can't work out right now. But it's still a mind over matter thing, because I still got to stay conditioned through my food. So that's why I tell you, your coach, trust me, man, is 80% of what you're putting in the tank and 20% of the weights you're lifting.
Right. Yeah, that was a transition within itself, the trust factor, the secure factor. Because some people are just not consistent. So the consistency, it's there now. So I'm doing pretty good. So I'm on day 6 of for real, right? Of eating right.
I'm watching your journey, Mo, you got this. I mean, once you change the mind, like Coach said, like your coach said, once you change your mind, anything's possible. The mind is greater than this body. And once you change that and you make up that mind, you'll overcome anything. So, I mean, I'm very proud of you. And I get up and watch you every day. Sometimes I can't hop on, but I'm following your journey. I'm watching your journey. I'm telling Cedric, I'm like, Ced, look at Mo. I'm like, hey, she getting off this walker. I'm like, hey, she went to the cane. I'm like, hey, she walking. You know, he like, that's good. But that does my heart and my soul good to know that I've been able to help you realize the importance of making a journey for yourself, because my journey is not everyone's journey, but I want to be able to reach people in their soul to know that no matter at what level you're at, you got to start somewhere, because our health is important, especially if we want to live to be Cicely Tyson age 96. I had a aunt that lived that old. So I'm just saying.
Yes. And listen, when you get up them early mornings, I would be like, wait a minute. I would get up and I'd go to Instagram and I'd look, I'd be like, damn, this shot have been up 3 hours already. What am I doing?
You'll see me back up early in 3 weeks.
Yes, and even this morning when I popped on, you had already been to the gym. And I'm like, okay, all right. You know, I want to get my 60 days down. I'm going to stay my process, but I'm going to get to that goal, because I'm like, you know, when you got somebody else that's ahead of you, it's like when I was running the 4x4, I sucked in track. I was great at basketball, but I sucked in track. But I had a certain distance, if I could see the runner in front of me, then I could finish the race strong.
Oh yeah.
So that's where I'll be like behind you. I'll be like, okay, now I know she was getting up at this time. Now she getting up at this time, but I can see her though. So as long as I can see your journey, as long as I can see you, I can go. So when you come to the Carolinas, honey, we gonna be front and center. We coming.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
We might have to put together a class or something when I come.
Oh man, you link up with my trainers. Oh my
yeah.
goodness. That would make sure you give the date so we can organize it. You know,
I will.
Make sure we have the location, all that stuff locked. Oh my God, man, I put y'all in the same space. Look, you done made them hype. I put y'all in the same space. It's over.
Ms. Brown.
Yes, sir.
I don't want no smoke, okay?
I don't bench. Hey, you won't get no smoke on the bench press, but the deadlift, you might have something to work with.
I mean, see, that's the thing about it. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. In 2020, right before the pandemic hit, I just started doing deadlifts, like getting the technique down and everything. Like, I was excited about it too, but I don't want no smoke.
Leg press. I'm gonna let you calculate this. I'm on my own leg pressing 6 plates each side. So 12 plates.
Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm at 4. I'm not far away.
Come get it, bro.
Oh my God! I love Team Deshandra.
Yeah, I'm at 4. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause those quads look crazy.
Yes,
we gotta link up. We gotta link up.
1, 2, 3,
those
4,
quads
5.
Look crazy. Girl. Get excited. See, like now you want to talk some upper body stuff? You know what I'm saying? Do some pull-ups.
You seen them on the pull? You seen them on the
Yeah, I have. So that's what I've done. This was my off season. So I know Sonny was inquiring about competing. So my challenge was my upper body, as you can see in this picture. Yeah. So now if you go to my IG and you see my more recent pictures, my upper body is bigger. Yeah. I've developed more muscle on the top half now. So, and it's just because of the division that I've switched over to. So it is when you're working out, man, but I've been seeing them upper body workouts. So yeah, we gotta link up, bro.
Yes, all that, those pull-ups and moving right, moving left.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie. I still use a band when I do pull-ups. I'm still doing band assist pull-ups, bro. I might can do about 5 without it, but I'm gonna get there.
His pull-ups when he doing his I think the core workouts are where hold on, he just jumped on the phone or whatever. she did pull-ups. She's
Say
like,
it
she's
again?
doing about 5 pull-ups or whatever.
I said I can do
Alright,
about
so-
5 pull-ups without my band. I'm still on assisted band pull-ups. Cause
Alright,
for
so
me,
look.
upper body is a challenge, but I build it out now. So I can do about, I would say 5 to 7 in a rep without a band.
I tell you this. You already know how to lift and things of that nature. Get really excited about back rolls. Get really excited about lat pulls.
Yeah, I love lat pulls and I love back rolls. That's what I do a lot of now.
Yeah, get excited about those because that really, really helped me out. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else. A lot of arm stuff helped me out because my cousin used to kill my arms.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of isolated bicep curls.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a lot of those, but I've also switched over to it's a harness thing that you can use. I don't know if you're familiar with it. You might want to get you one of those. Hit me up later and I'll send it to you on my IG. Mo, give me my IG and I'll send you a picture of it. This really isolates your shoulder and bicep muscle, so it helps those muscles to be isolated and start to pop and develop.
Okay.
I need some of that, girl.
I know you're talking about. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm looking forward to
Hey,
this.
look, I told my trainer I said, I think I have I couldn't, he told me about doing something new. Don't look at what I did, basketball, military, all that stuff, right? I couldn't figure it out. But anyway, so I went to your page. I said, you know what? I said, hey, can you get me ready to compete? He looked at me like,
yeah, it's gonna take time, but yeah.
It was
I
like,
can do it.
No, what he was, the next thing that he said was the factor. This is how I get up in the morning. He said, you got to eat right. I was like, dang. So I was like, I thought it was like trying to do meal prep. She do.
That's it.
Right. And so the biggest thing, because I'm a competitor anyways.
Yep.
All my life. So the competition, I said, wait, I don't want to do what she's doing though. That's a bit much. But I went and looked it up. I was like, okay, let me go look up all the bodybuilding competitions. And I see wellness and fit. I said, I wonder if I can get to that part or whatever. He's like, you gotta eat right.
Yep.
Oatmeal and sea moss in the morning. So I said, okay,
yeah.
Challenge. Let me see if I can get, you know what? I just want to work towards it. If I ever could hit the stage, that would be like a bonus. But I want to.
But you know, they do in competitions, they have a transformation category. Yeah. Look, research it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oatmeal and sea moss.
Yeah, Sonny, you missed the early part. So when I get on,
yeah,
you missed the early part. Yeah, in the morning I do a bowl of oatmeal. I add that sea moss gel to it. That's why we get on the stream. In the very beginning of the video, you would see me prep the oatmeal, eat the oatmeal, sea moss, and do 15 squats. So next,
but tell them what kind. Hold on, tell them what kind of oatmeal you eating though.
Oh, regular oatmeal.
Thank you.
I'm not.
Yeah, I can make like a sea moss and peanut butter sandwich. Can I make a sea moss and peanut butter sandwich?
Yeah. Well, you say can you do what?
I said the sea moss and peanut butter sandwich.
Sea moss and peanut butter sandwich? You gotta ask the fitness folks on here about that. I'm learning.
Is gel like that, or is it like almost like liquid?
Like you asking about?
It's gel. You probably mix it in your peanut butter, and then if you're eating a sandwich, I hope you're eating like a whole grain or a whole wheat bread.
Yeah.
I only eat wheat bread.
Right.
I don't think I ever seen white bread in my house.
Rice cake.
Sonny, eat it on a rice cake.
Yep.
Be like Martin on that show.
Hey,
remember that episode of Martin when he had to eat that rice cake and then Gina eating all that. You better love the rice cakes, baby.
But you know what, though, boy, rice cake
what you about to say?
So good to you. That rice cake.
I kind of confused. Why would you?
Golden.
Why would you what?
Why would you put peanut butter with it when there's a chemical compound in peanut butter that used to make dynamite inside of it?
I knew he was coming.
And also, not peanut doesn't help your body. I mean, that's why you stool it out after you eat it. I'm trying to understand what would be the benefit when it has no gain. And they also use a part of it to make dynamite. I mean, there's just certain things you just don't want to put in your body.
I mean, in gel they use apples as with the strychnine for poison, I mean, that don't mean nothing. It's just that's just the things that they can actually use the chemicals that's in it for. But
because they use apples, do not make an excuse for peanut butter, brother.
no, I'm
Come
just
on.
saying that's the same type of feel when you say it like that, because
But it's a GMO apple. It's a natural apple they talking about. And jail that they're using. Are they actually using fresh, grow, directly God-made apple?
Yeah.
No,
That's
sir, they
exactly
not.
what they had. I don't know. I
No,
don't
sir.
know any other
No,
apple.
sir, they not. They
I
not,
don't know.
sir.
I don't know how to make an apple. So I don't.
But
So you
sir,
got
that
me.
does not take away the compounds in peanut butter. You know, at the end of the day, the peanut butter no good. I don't care if they use
Just us. He can use
if they use
just
pineapple.
us. Just us. He can use peanut butter that's from all peanuts, right? They make peanut butter that's from all peanuts. Like you can go in one of the Whole Food stores, put the peanuts in the machine, and make your own peanut butter.
Sister, peanut itself is no good. That's what I'm trying to get at. So
Why?
making a peanut butter doesn't. Okay,
Why
I'm gonna give
peanuts
you
are
an
no
example.
good? Why peanuts no good? They grow in the earth.
Because they make dynamite out of the peanut.
No, I didn't say that.
But I
Okay.
said peanuts. I said
I didn't say
peanuts
that.
grow in the earth.
Okay, listen. Have you ever eaten peanut before? The
I eat
actual
peanuts
peanut
all the
itself?
time.
Okay. Have you ever looked at the toilet after you're done?
Have I looked at?
That's
the
with
toilet
any nut
after
that
I'm
you
done?
eat. That's with any nut that you
Wait.
eat that your body may not fully process it. That's just like
What
with the
about
broccoli
Okay,
you
corn?
eat.
so
That's
so
just like with the
in the
carrot.
toilet.
okay, sister, I love
That's
it,
just like with
sister.
beans.
Sister, I'm happy you said carrots. 'Cause carrots is no good either. You saying
But you
stuff
said we
that's
should
no
eat
good.
carrots earlier.
No, I didn't. I said carrot is not a natural food because you gotta cultivate it. Anything that you gotta cultivate, watch over, and it does not grow wild on its own or has starch in it. It's not natural. It's not of God.
So I can't
Man
eat
made
cabbage.
himself God.
So cabbage not good for me.
If you have to cultivate it, right? Help it grow, and it has starch. It's not of God. Sister, whatever it is.
What am I supposed to eat? I'm just trying to figure like what's gonna
I
grow.
don't- I
The
don't
only
know
thing that
if
I know
you-
grow wild is wild onions.
Hey, I don't know
Where
if
it
you
don't
know,
have to
but
be
if you take a
cultivated.
peanut, right, and you put it in dirt and water, it actually will start growing some stuff out
Yeah.
of it. So when you start talking about it
Yeah.
doesn't grow naturally, that it grows naturally. I don't know.
It does, Sonny.
I have a question.
I've
Let me
done
ask
it
you,
before.
do the peanut put itself in the water or you put it in the water?
How about this? It fell out my pocket and falls on the ground.
Okay,
and it
again.
starts
Okay, let me
growing.
make it clear.
What?
Once mine has to help it in any way, it's not natural. Why I say that? These plants was here before us. You don't realize that? They were here before us. They did not need our help.
So
All of a sudden,
peanuts are man-made, is what you're saying.
correct. You got it, brother. You got it.
How do you make a peanut? And if you do, then you actually are creating a situation that's never been done before, so you can actually start creating life from scratch.
Carrots are man-made. What you talking about? But the potato.
The same genetic structure that you would use this to apply it in creating life. So if you can create this from scratch out of nothing, then you can create life.
No. It's not out of nothing. They take what's already there, and they produce it.
Look, then it's not man-made. It's already there.
It is man-made because now it's a new form. It's a new form. It was not there before. So if it's not there before, it's a new form. If it's a new form, it's man-made. Man had a play in it.
Oh, like
before man was
orange carrots.
All right, but I'm trying to get to the core of it. Let me do that so it can be easier to understand. Anyone looking at any type of fruit, they know it ain't real or not. That's what I'm trying to get at. If the fruit was not here before man came in and touched it, we know that's not of God because man took a play in it and he created one key factor we could use to know it's man altered. Maybe man-made may be a strong word. So let me say man altered. That means it's not of God. Maybe that's more easier to digest. Okay, so I say man altered the fruit or whatever it is he altered. So it's starch. Starch is one of the key components, right? Once you're starching it, you know man alter it. Period. God do not deal with chemicals. Nature do not deal with chemicals. So starch is a chemical compound. That for sure you'll know. Besides, you see that it cannot survive on its own, meaning you have to alter the environment to keep it living.
So is starch, starch is a chemical, right? Where is it created from?
Brother, I don't know all the answers where I created from.
No, I mean, I'm under the
I said,
impression.
brother, I answered. I said, I don't know all of that.
Oh,
I didn't create starch. I didn't keep up with starch. I just know starch is a chemical. To my research, starch. Okay, let me ask you, do you know starch is a chemical, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the same agreement. So do you think to creates with chemical or is natural?
Chemicals are natural.
Say it again?
Chemicals that mix in, or intertwine with each other create other chemicals, but chemicals are natural.
I'm talking about fried fruits, brother. I'm talking about fried things that we eat.
Yeah, when the food that we eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
The food that everything that we eat, if you put it in that category that you're saying, everything is altered, no matter what you eat. Because even if you eat certain fruits that don't look, no, I'm just saying everything is
brother. You're running. Okay, let me say this. Before man came on the earth, was it starch in the food?
We were talking about the peanut, just
that is crazy. I have no idea.
Hey, Sonny,
Okay.
just eat your peanut butter on your rice plate.
No, he asked me why. I mean, if you eat peanut, this is the main reason why I can say that everyone universally can understand. If you eat it and it comes out directly, that means the body got no use of it. If the body has no use of it, that means it doesn't help it. Again, I said earlier in our conversation, we eat for our face, we eat for our taste. The body eats for itself to survive. That's why the body want to eat. For the cells to survive, the cells builds the body. Now, we personally, to our mental brain, eat for what we like, whether it's good or not for the body. I'm not knocking nobody for what they do. That's their life. I'm just saying there's purposes of why we eat. Some of us eat to live. Some of us live to eat. You determine what you want to do in life. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that was some Gano Grills type stuff right there. They anything that you swallow without chewing that's solid is gonna come out whole. I don't know who told you it isn't, but
yeah, I agree, Sonny.
Hold up. When people eat peanuts, they chew it.
I'm not even going to talk about it. You win, brother. I love you.
Man, who pluck peanuts in their mouth, right, and don't try to chew it at all?
But if you look, hey, just us, if you go out and you research the digestive system, if you look, a lot of times we don't see, and I don't mean to go there, guys, but I'm gonna be a little transparent, and I apologize in advance. A lot of times when you go and you stool, you don't see your food. When you start to see your food, your colon is actually cleansed and you don't have a backup or a blockage going on. Most of the time, most people are not going to the restroom as they should. You should be going to the bathroom several times a day.
So let me ask you something, sister. So when you eat something that your body takes, the body needs, do it not break it down? I've
eaten spinach and I eat so well, I can go to the restroom and I'll see spinach in my stool. And that's because the body don't need it. The body is gonna get rid of what it doesn't need through your fecal matter.
Okay, so why eat stuff that your body don't need? That's what I'm getting at.
Because the spinach is a vegetable. So if I want to eat spinach, I'm gonna eat spinach.
That's fine, sister. Nobody's knocking your mental.
I'm eating it raw. I'm not cooking it. It's raw.
Just understand, how you think, I have nothing against. I'm all good with that. I have nothing against a person thinking. That's you who want that. I'm saying your body don't need it. So what I'm trying to say is, for those who choose to do this, if you want to eat what your body wants, that's good. If you don't want to eat what your body wants and it takes it out, that's still good. That's up to you. All I'm teaching is, I think it's best to eat what your body wants and needs. That's all I'm saying. If you choose not to, and you want to eat something, the body's still gonna do what it gotta do to
Well,
survive.
I'm
It's
gonna
try.
agree to disagree. Sonny gonna eat his peanut butter on his rice cake with his sea moss, and I'm still gonna eat my chicken that's not seasoned, but with some herbs and some spinach. Mo,
Even with the herbs, I mean, it's up to you. I'm not knocking you eating. Don't feel offended because I have no issues with that.
oh, I
None
ain't
of that.
offended. I'm not
Okay.
offended. No,
Okay,
I'm not
that's
offended.
no
We just have a
problem.
difference. We just have a difference of opinions. We can agree to
No,
disagree.
what I'm saying, the topic is on eating a healthy lifestyle, right? So I'm only going to
Right, but
give my
what?
opinion. My
But look,
opinion is,
look, just us.
Mhm.
This is the thing. The healthy lifestyle is going to be dependent on the lifestyle in which the person is trying to maintain, the path they're going down, and what works for them. So the healthy lifestyle, they have to choose their lifestyle, whether it be meat, whether it be plant-based, whether
I
it
have
be
no
they're
problem
going
with
to eat
that.
from the earth or whether they're going to eat something else. That lifestyle is not going to be a one size fit all, just like a shoe. A
Nobody
healthy
said that.
lifestyle and food. No, I'm just showing that for clarity. Like, so that's what I'm saying when I say agree to disagree. I'm just saying the basis of a healthy eating lifestyle. If you comprise the main things like we talked about before, staying on the outer skirts of your grocery store, that's a healthy lifestyle. It doesn't matter what somebody put in their diet.
Okay, I'm gonna say I agree with the sister says. I don't want to think I ain't agree, but I'm saying from the body standpoint of view, I believe it eating what the body needs, not from the mental, because we all think what our healthy lifestyle is, and I'm fine what people think. I'm looking from the body standpoint of view. The body knows what it needs more than anyone else because they know how to survive. So what I'm saying is, if we eat meat, if we decide to eat meat and we put something on it, and because it tastes good, doesn't mean it's healthy for the body. Mentally, it's healthy for us because that's what we think. I have no issues with people thinking. I'm saying the body is what I'm looking at. Because if I eat something and it causes me to get sick, mentally, I'm still thinking that's good for me. I'm gonna eat it again. If someone drink and they get drunk, they don't care what people say. They're enjoying life. But for the body, it's poison. That's all I'm looking at.
That's what we differ, because I eat something once just as I get sick, I'll never eat it again.
I'm only speaking from the body standpoint of view. That's all. The body knows what's best. If I eat a carrot and the body let the carrot out, and I eat the carrot again and the body let the carrot out, I'm going to stop eating the carrot because the body is teaching me what I'm doing wrong. The body lets you know what you're doing wrong. It's up to us to aid to the body, not the body aiding to us. The body knows what's best for itself.
Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all something. If they let me post it. Nope, they won't let me post it.
What's up,
But
brother?
no, I was gonna show you the actual chemical format for starch, right? And when I
You
was
can't put
telling
it in the
you,
chat, just
yeah, I was finna put it in the back chat. I mean, I could put it in the back chat, but hold on. But yeah, it's the chemical breakdown for the starch using natural chemicals, but the chemicals that they use comes out of green leaves to actually create starch, right? So what I was going to tell you earlier when I was telling you that starch is natural, I was actually going to say it's the junk, right? So when we talk about expanding food and stuff like that, it's the junk. And they use the junk for a bunch of different things, and starch is bad for you, the junk. It's when you say like, oh yeah, it's made by a man, it says in there, like,
it's alter, brother. We're going to use the word alter. Let's say alter.
Man-made, it's the same thing as saying manufacture. Same word, man-made, manufactured. But when you're manufacturing something, you're actually taking something in its original state and mixing it with something else. So it doesn't mean that it was created. It means it's just what it was. It was added on to manufacture.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, brother, on that. Yes, I agree. That seems as altering. And once something is altered, it's not of God because it wasn't original creation. That wasn't the creator designed for it. That was a person who decided to create his own thing and add his own thing to it. And once that happened, who is the actual manufacturer of the human body? It's the creator. So the creator knows what need on the earth to sustain the human body. And the man decided to say, you know what? Well, we're going to create this now. Not create like out of thin air, but we're going to alter this. Then he decided for himself mentally on what to do. And that's where we say, well, you know what? Carrot is good for us. You know, we should eat carrot because it's made and looks good. Just like Bugs Bunny. I'm not sure how old everyone is on this panel, but you know, even as kids, Bugs Bunny still is out there. If you watch Bugs Bunny, he eats carrot, right? When I was growing up, I love carrot because I thought I could see better with carrot. I didn't have no eye problem, but man, that made me thought I could see from way over, you know, because I'm thinking that's what carrot does. Carrot doesn't do that, but that's how they advertise it. Matter of fact, rabbits don't just naturally eat carrots anyway, but we didn't know that because that's what they advertise to us and give us that. Carrots is no good for you. But we thought it was because Bugs Bunny eat the carrot. So from a child, they program us with these little cartoon figures to make us think what is good and what is not good for us. And then when we grow up, we should become more wiser to say, hold up. Yeah, I was a child that didn't know better. But now I know better. That's not good for me.
Do you think that whoever created the creator created something that the creator didn't know?
You say who created the creator, brother? That's what you said?
Do you think that whoever created the creator created something that the creator didn't know?
But I don't understand the question because the person who created the creator is the creator as well, or two creators. I don't understand the question.
The person who is the creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
The person who created that person, do you think that they created something that the creator that created us did not know?
So I don't want to be confused. So you're saying the creator, you ask him the creator did not know something about us that he created? I'm assuming you said?
That's part of it. I'm saying the creator who created us.
Okay.
The creator who created him, did they create something that he did not know?
Hey, y'all.
My bad, Monica. Yeah, I was waiting on you to come back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but you guys have been you guys have been very, very inspirational. You've added so much value to the show today. And we've gone well beyond what we normally do. And today is a hustle day. Y'all know how I feel about my coins. Look, somebody try to jump on right now. No, not right now, y'all. We gotta go. Monica gotta go to the flea market. I gotta go sell. I got jewelry to sell and I got CMOS to promote and sell. I gotta get my products out. Listen, you can finish this conversation tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. All right. You could jump on.
This was for joking purposes only.
Oh no. So we was having, but seriously though, just as Sunny, Deshandra, Sherry, Angie, who else was on? Heidi, you guys, hey, it's been such a pleasure. It's day 6 of this journey. I'm gonna rock it out all the way to March 25th. Anyone out there, if you all are hearing some things you probably never heard before, and if you have, you probably didn't hear it in this detail. These brothers and sisters are putting down some content that's life-changing. You're seeing transformation. You see the sister, you see what I'm doing. This is real life stuff, and they're not saying anything that's taboo or leading you to products that are temporary fixes, but giving you real, natural, live, true and color type things. So I greatly appreciate them for coming on and adding to the value of this stream. It's definitely going well. The content is well more fruitful than I could ever have possibly put out on my own. I leave that to those who are real instrumental in it. Shout out to my trainer Dynamic 3D, who's my coach and who's helping me get to where I need to be. Shout out to Men Empowerment Nation, Antonio Sessions out there. He's also a great trainer. Now you have some extra third-party female sisters. Some sisters like to work out and have trainer female coaches, and then some it doesn't really matter. They can they could do either or. So if your sisters out there, if you're looking, if you're not in the area of Jacksonville, Florida, where Deshandra is, she does virtual. Hit her up. She's showing you what she's done and how she's done it. Again, everybody has already said it, and I'll repeat it to the end. The mental state is important, and that's what's plagued us all along. There's too many people that has fallen into depression. The pandemic is one thing, but you were already there, and the pandemic has made it worse. Anxiety, indulging in products or activities that is not conducive for you, that's keeping you in that state and seeming as though you can't come out of it. All of that, these streams are important for that type of transformation, to get that mental consistency or way of thinking back in order. It's not something that you could it is something that you could process and do. And I know a lot of people subscribe to something outside of them that drives them. However you decide to get through that journey, you have to start. You're not going to get there unless you're listening and hearing and coming amongst individuals such as on the panel right now that is freely and willing to coach and guide you and see you through. I can't stress how important it is to have someone. I would always say, man, I need some support. I need some help. And it wasn't until my friend Sherry expressed and shared with me her journey and made the first, when we took the trip, I think it was like 2-3 years ago, and I was scared to travel. I was scared to be out in a large setting amongst people again. I was scared to get out and do some things because I thought I was very vulnerable. I didn't feel the security. I didn't feel the that someone would actually have my back, that I would get left out and then get not necessarily injured, but probably abused or something of that nature. So it was more than just the physical going on. That mental was tough. And so, as we know, that's a state of mental ill. That's a state of not good mental health, to the fact that when you start to isolate and you start to fear just the fact of going out into certain places. And I wanted to be active. I wanted to have a little fun and smile again, as Justa said yesterday morning, about smiling, about being upright. The smile was very difficult because of what I was going through. But Sherry, when she invited me, just as she did this morning, to go to Cancun, I was like, I'm not in my mind. I'm not traveling. And you want to go out of country? I was very vulnerable. I was afraid. I was scared that, because I didn't think, I'm like, okay, she's my friend, but I don't know if she's, she want to leave me out there in the water or whatever. But she was like, Mo, trust me. I got you. I'm not going to let nothing happen to you. I got you. And for my my sister, my veteran sister, to take me under her wing and make sure that I was secure and safe from the time we left Carolinas to the time we returned, its emotion is overbearing. So mentally, to know that that you can be secure amongst friends, other than family and things of that nature, was a big part of it, right? And it fed to the mental mindset that I had started to develop. And that's why I was going backwards. That's why I was dark. That's why I was falling in a state of depression. That's why anxiety kicked in. I didn't want to share information anymore. I didn't want to be such a help to people anymore, because I started slipping backwards and I didn't even know it. And it wasn't until she pointed it out, we was on a trip together, and start to tell me what I actually look like. Because for me, I thought I didn't see it, but it was happening. And so when I go back and I look back over some of the things that I've actually done in the last 3 years, as far as how I behave, Angie talked about that this morning, about how getting proper nutrition, the behavior of her sons change, and how when they start acting out a certain way, fighting and bickering amongst each other, whatever, she knows that, whoa, okay, I'm lacking on giving them that substance that they need in the morning to go. So when Justice talk about how you perform, how you react, and what you do, because of what you're eating and all the information that you guys put out, that speaks to my testimony of what I've gone through, where I'm coming out of, and the peak of where I am going. And it helps out so much, so beneficial. I know I have a lot of brothers and sisters out there, veterans especially, that you slip into these areas and you really don't know where to go and how to get out. And I think the number one weapon I have right now is the fact that I'm able to open up and share, and then sit back and listen, and then implement what's being said. Because I would sit and I would listen to you, and I wouldn't do it. If I didn't have my trainer, my coach right here with me every day, he comes and makes sure. If I did not, and I remember the very beginning in August, September timeframe, I used to say, I need to feel you. I got to know that you're here. I have to know you. And he would not support or help me. He wouldn't put his hand on me to help me do what I'm doing. And I'll be like, I have to feel you. Like I have. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to connect with the energy to know that I had his support, that I would be secure if I'm working out with them, because my joints, I knew that I hadn't damaged my joints to the point of no return, because I could feel the structure still there, but the inflammation was kicking my ass. Like I'm talking pain all over. Some people can't even fathom that I've even actually was going through that. All those live streams I was doing with Garfield from 16 to now, I was suffering. I was suffering to the point that 2000, before I had my first trainer, 2000, I had given up, like up. And Sherry was like, nope, we're going to kick the VA butt. We're going to get you where you need to be so you could self-sustain. I retired out, and then go take care of yourself. And so transitioning and having to give up a career early and doing all that stuff, y'all, I'm telling you, mentally, Deshawn just said it best. When you get that mental under control, and because you got to give up stuff, that's what I gave up. I gave up the audit career. I gave up the uniform. I gave up hanging out with friends or being put in situations that weren't conducive for the journey that I needed to take. It wasn't at that point for me, it wasn't a journey of, damn if I do, damn if I don't. That's what it was for me. It was life or death. It was when you sit on the stair and cry out because you can't get down and you can't come up, and everybody around you pass you right up as if you don't need no assistance and help. It was life or death. You hear me? It wasn't she's just playing, let me help her today, let me come back tomorrow. There was no help. That was a lonely, isolated, dark state of, you are 38 years old and your ass is gonna be dead by 40 if you don't get it together. So my sister Sherry, when she did what she did, and and when Sherry talks to you, it's like you hear and and you could eternalize that, okay, this is some real, you might want to sit and listen. So when I took that advice and I did it, I wanted to play a video one day while we were on our trip. She's so supportive till it's crazy. She's my business partner. We've been in business since 2016. She's a mentor. She's a sister, man. She's out of control, there for you in the trenches. And when you can have people with you in the trenches, and so to get to the point of, okay, I can do it, I have a little support. And then I had started working out, and you guys probably seen before, I think last year, I tried to start doing it on my own and I wasn't consistent. I stopped in between, it just wasn't there. So when my trainer comes along, I'd be like, listen, I have to feel you. I need to feel your energy. You're going to have to put your hand on me. You're going to have to support. And when I got that mental security going and understanding. It's been 6 months, but it took about 5 for me to say, okay, now I really have to get over this hump. I really have to make it to the next level. You know, people talk about leveling up. I don't think they understand what that means. I actually walking it out now. So leveling up, this next level was a whole minute. Okay, all of that, because I would stop in the drive, because you got to remember, I had became unstable, relying on a wheelchair to get where I go. So I have to get myself in and out of the car, I'm talking joint pain in the arms, the hands, the wrists, everywhere. So I had to try to make that transition. That means that I couldn't shop for myself. That means if I went in the grocery store, I can only get so much to help myself get out the car and get back in the car. I couldn't get deliveries while I'm single woman living at home. You know, I can't be having people come and see me in this vulnerable state, because being military, I already know I'm sick. So I wasn't gonna do that, although that's what the doctors were telling me to do. You could just get delivery. Hell no, y'all trying to get me killed. You think that person delivers this stuff to my house a few times and they see I'm the only person here and I'm rolling into the door, that at some point, all it takes is opportunity, rationale, opportunity, and needs. And if that person has need, I'm done. So I wouldn't do that. So I was going through the drive-thrus, and the place I shouldn't have been. And then I try to get a little savvy with it. Oh, I'm gonna give me a salad in the drive-thru and put that processed chicken on it. So I'm just killing the process altogether. And so what you guys talked about today, the information that you put out, the content, the details of it, the awareness that you just brought to the community is priceless. And so I say that to say this, and then we go hustle, is that I hope that my journey helps someone else. I can't be your coach, and I definitely can't be your mentor of this journey, but I have people around me. Got Dynamic 3D out there. You got Jashandra Brown. You got Just Us putting out that content. You got Men Empowerment Nation, Antonio Session. You got Sunny out there. Got Sherry. Got Angie. Got all of the individuals out there who has more knowledge than me. I am the trainee right now, and only thing I want to do, there's a portion that says when you can walk in your shame and be bold about it and give your own testimony is when you know that you're ready. And so on March the 25th, I'm hoping to show you guys results and say that your conversations and your motivation is not in vain, so that whoever else out there who needs this, they can have it. And so again, I appreciate you all. Thank you all for listening on social media. Much love to my brother Garfield, allowing me to be on his platform. You guys make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you like and share the show. And until next time, peace, power, and profit. And love you, African Emporium, Willis. Peace, you guys. Oh, and Chris and Brandon, all y'all folks. Y'all know how y'all do. Marquise, and I see you on the next live. Peace. I gotta go. Gotta go make some money.